A little bit more room. Hey, follow the football! Big man, scramble!
Action pass to him. He fires to the top. One-handed catch.
Buchanan Simons is open. Breaks the tackle. This is going to be a 70-yard touchdown. Buchanan Simons. Over the top, and that might be the most impressive interception all day. What a shoot!
Breaking through a tackle.
Oh no!
What a ridiculous sequence of events.
He's got Heath McDaniel Jr. inside the 10 to the 5. Touchdown, Carolina.
The kick is blocked from Zuderveld. It's loose.
How? What?
For the fans, welcomes you to the following presentation of the Simulation Football League.
It's pretty appropriate as we look high above Los Angeles, just a few miles away from Hollywood Boulevard, that the greatest show on virtual turf brings you to Week 9 of the Simulation Football League. It's a Pacific Southwest matchup, a Pacific Division matchup with huge playoff implications. It is the Los Angeles Lakers playing host to the Portland Fleet, each at 5-3. Welcome into the broadcast booth, everybody. Chris Curtis, Gerald Giudice on a very lovely Sunday afternoon to you and all of you watching. We are ready to go for a very key matchup with a share of the division lead on tap, Gerald.
Yes, definitely has. Both the teams, like you said, are 5-3, trying to match the Vancouver Legion, who are 6-3 after they were victorious yesterday against Tulsa. That big game for Portland. They need to keep their running game going, as they have the number 2 back in the league in Ezekiel Love, but the Lycans have a very opportunistic defense. Second in takeaways, second only to Baltimore with 26.
Just took a look at Baltimore on the Next Level Sports Network as they dispatched of their foes, and they're the top team in the league based on record. LA with a good spot in the second spot just behind them in takeaways. We're about ready to go inside Full Moon Coliseum. Portland at 5-3, one of the surprises of season 17 as we enter into week 9 play for them. They're right in the thick of the playoff race. Not many people, I don't think, had them in this spot, but they are here nonetheless after coming off a win over DC 1 week ago. Then LA trying to recover a bit as they came off a loss against Lone Star 1 week ago. They look to get back on track as we get ready for football here. It is going to be LA in the yellow, Portland in the white, and LA is going to start with this football as we get things on tap. Full Moon Coliseum's ready. Hopefully you are ready at home, and we are underway in Los Angeles. This will be returned from about the 5-yard line out to the 20, left of the 20 to the 25, spin move at the 25, and taken down at the 24 officially. To start this drive is going to be Sully Richardson. And Gerald, a good-looking offense behind him, flanked by Robert Johnson, the running back.
Robert Johnson, the third season starter, coming out of the huddle, having a great year running the football, 749 yards and 5 touchdowns.
3 in the backfield with him. Handoff to Johnson. Right side. He's going to get taken down at the line of scrimmage. The rest of the offense looks like this. You have Robert Johnson, as mentioned, Tommy Rahman, the fullback. Davius Reed, who's just a few yards away from 3K for his career. Chris Lee, LZ Pryor, and Jack Flash, the other receiving tandem. Chris Lee is the other wide receiver, along with Davius Reed and the 2 tight ends, Pryor and Flash. Ready to go for 2nd and 10. 2 to the left. Throw out to Johnson in the flat, trying to get forward towards the sideline. He gets taken down after a 6-yard gain, make it 3rd and 4.
Big tackle there by Khalil Thomas. Comes up with a 3rd and 4 situation here for Los Angeles. And Sully Richardson is also having a fantastic year, completing just over 72% of his passes for the season.
See if we can get Portland's defense here in just a second. Under center is Richardson. Quick drop. Thrown over the top. Got a long ball, and it's going to be caught on a dive. A little bit overthrown. Might have been a touchdown the other way, but a good catch nonetheless on a great effort to give him a first down.
Yeah, if that ball wasn't just overthrown, I think we'd be still calling Chris Lee's name walking to the end zone. But either way, they're in Portland territory for the first down of the ball game.
Good work from Lee to bring that one down. Tight side on offense, I formation. Chris Lee up top of your screen. Looking to throw, puts it outside. Johnson again gets taken down at the line of scrimmage, maybe gains a yard, and that looks like that. Portland's defense looks like this. Robert Brower and Derwin Nuevo going to be your defensive ends. Bernard Patterson and Gary Burney, your defensive tackle. Linebackers Mel Davis and Gary Clem, sorry. That is the end, as well as Khalil Thomas, your other linebacker. Chris Stack, Derek Majors, and Leo Morris, your cornerbacks, and then Bob Funk and Sean Allen, your safeties for the 5-3 fleet. I formation handoff. Johnson had a chance to cut it right. He cuts it back inside most of the players and only gains a yard, and that will set up a long third down, first one of the game for LA.
Yep, big third down conversion coming up here for Los Angeles. Like you said, this Portland fleet is a surprise team. 5-3 coming into this game, where in their first 2 seasons of existence, they won 7 total, so they're having a very good bounce-back season for Portland.
3 to the left, 1 to the right. Richardson throws deep over the middle of the field. This one's picked off just shy of the 25-yard line, and it's going to be Allen who brings that one in, but there's a flag on the play. It's holding on the offense, so it doesn't really matter. Portland's going to get the ball.
Yep, big interception there by Sean Allen. I believe that's his 14th of his career, and it's a big one for the fleet as they stop Los Angeles on their first drive, and they get the ball in good field position.
Portland starts off this drive and bring in O.J. Bruin, the rookie, trying to do what he can to make an impact for this fleet team. 2 in the backfield with him. Southpaw throws left. That's going to be caught shy of the first down, make it 2nd and 2. O.J. Bruin, touchdown and 3 interceptions, but they won last week against D.C., thanks in no small part to Ezekiel Love's 178-yard performance. But O.J. looking to bounce back and make it so that he can be one of the impact players for this Fleet franchise.
Yeah, Portland Fleet definitely going by land, as they're averaging 166 yards a game on the ground, 2nd in the SFL.
Under center. Through the middle. That is going to be Ezekiel Love. He gets taken down. 3rd and 3 coming up at the 33-yard line. It's at least a short third down for Portland on offense, their first one of the game.
Thomas Sharman Jr. there on the stop there. The 6th season vet, his 2nd season with this Lycan franchise. And this is the first third down attempt here for the Fleet.
Offset I formation, another one for Love outside. He's going to try to get there. He's going to get taken down, though. 0 for 1 on third down is Portland, and they will punt it away after getting the interception. Good work by LA's defense to stand up.
Thomasina Rahman with the stop there. But Ezekiel Love looked a little tentative going around the left side. Looked like he had some room to run there to get that first down. That little stutter step might have cost him, but it's going to bring up a 4th down and a punting situation here for the Fleet.
Get the ball back in the hands of Sully Richardson, see what he can do. He'll have semi-decent field position as long as this goes well. Returnable. Not much on the return, out to the 35-yard line. 34s will Markham, and the Lycans have the football starting at the right hash. Richardson back out for his 2nd drive after the interception earlier, trying to redeem himself a bit. But if they continue to try to get Robert Johnson involved, maybe you need to be a little bit more creative with his runs, as it looks like inside is not going to work for him.
No, they've been really bottling him up the inside. They've got maybe want to do some sweeps or some pitches.
Now we'll go to get him outside here in the open field, see what he can do. He's going to try to stiff arm his way through, and he's going to be taken down. But after a 5-yard gain, that's a decent gain on first down.
Yep, Leo Thomas there with the stop, the outside linebacker, coming up with his, I believe, his 2nd stop of the game. Big time here for Portland defense coming into this game. They were a little bit porous, giving up 336 yards a game, which is next to last in the league.
High formation, but Richardson sees something. He's going to call something at the line. 7 in the box defensively for Portland. Leaves 4 out in coverage. Johnson will run through the middle. That's a truck forward and a first down as he gets just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Good run to get him a new set.
Runs over Bob Funk on his way to the first down. Just had a big hit of steam up the middle of the defense just coming up right there. You saw him run through Bob Funk, and then a host of Portland Fleet take him down, including the defensive end, Robert Brower.
1st and 10. Take a look at Robert Johnson there. His best run of the day just happened. See if he can capitalize on that. 7 again in the box defensively. Richardson throws over the middle. Nice inside post. That's going to be a catch and a first down again as LA moves the ball. Very good start for Chris Lee. He's got a second catch.
Chris Lee, this is a great throw here. Just puts it right on the hip where only he can get it. Perfect, just on the outside hip. Just nice little reach down there for Lee. Great first down here for the Lycans. Their second so far in the game.
You guys are just joining us. Chris Curtis, Gerald Giudice in the booth. Justin Reside on stats, and Cameron Irvine on the buttons as the producer of today's game. We are in LA, Full Moon Coliseum. 2 teams at 5-3, trying to get to the top of the division. Johnson's going to break a tackle and break left towards the sideline. He's going to get taken down at the 17-yard line. He's in the red zone, and so is LA for the first time today.
This is something that LA needed. They needed to get their swagger back after back-to-back losses to Arizona and Lone Star. They had a 5-game win streak snapped 2 weeks ago. They need to get that chip back on their shoulder to say that they are the best team in the Pacific Division. They're showing it right now with running the football here with Robert Johnson.
Good work from him. 7+ yards a carry at the moment. 2 bunched to the right, 1 to the left for Richardson. I formation. Handoff through the middle, trying to bust his way through the line of scrimmage. Not going to happen. They'll give him a yard generously. It is 2nd and 9. If you're new to the SFL, the Simulation Football League combines traditional sports, esports, and a role-playing game into one. Team strategies are being executed in real time by our simulations as real-life players compete on the virtual gridiron. For more information about the SFL, visit our website at simulationfl.net. The SFL, we put the fan in fantasy. Offset eye again for Richardson. 7 again in the box for Portland as they like to press. Over the middle, up top towards the end zone. He's got it, and that is an LA touchdown right over the top. They get the points necessary and give their team the lead.
Tight end Jack Flash with 7 in the box. He was basically just a tight end go route. Just straight up the gut and just past all the defenders. Thought they might have had some coverage over the top, but they did not. An easy pitch and catch for LA to go up 6-0.
Great work over the top. They use the run game to their advantage there as they really caused Portland to press on defense a bit, and then just boom, caught him over the top on a run in the slot from Jack Flash. Flash's first reception of the game goes for 6 and gives LA the first strike in front of their home crowd. Chance on the extra point snap. Good hold. Good. It is up, and it is good with no issues. In LA leads them 7-0 in a key divisional matchup in the Pacific.
That great drive there, just to go right down the field. Great mixture of run and pass. Really kept the defense guessing, especially on that last play, which left Jack Flash wide open.
6 plays, 84 yards, capped off by the 34-yard touchdown pass. And we'll see what happens when Portland gets their second drive going. But a good one so far. A couple of nice drives, a couple of nice plays on offense. Gets LA the lead. Portland going to try to come back with a decent return. They'll get it out to the 22 and no further. Give OJ Bruin back the ball. 1 for 1 on the previous drive for 8 yards, but then it was the Ezekiel Love show that ended up being a little bit short of what they needed. See if they could get him more involved or maybe give OJ Bruin a little bit more of a leash to work with as he tries to get this team down the field.
Definitely. If you gotta go through Love here, he's averaging almost 140 yards a game, I think, during the season.
Looking to throw. Pump fake. Shallow cross is going to be caught in a huge hit just shy of the 30-yard line as Valentine has it, and that'll be a 2nd and 4 coming.
Big hit there by the Los Angeles Lakers defense on Valentine. Coming up here on 2nd and 4, UCR Vandelay on the sidelines, maybe trying to shake off that hit.
Vandelay 12 yards shy of 1,500 for his career. I formation for Bruin. Handoff. Love trying to get the outside. Can't break the tackle. Good ankle tackle there by the linebacker to bring him down. It'll be 3rd and 7 up coming up for Portland.
Buddy Blaze showing the speed, 6'2", 245, 6'5", 245, excuse me. Just has great lateral speed there. To bring Ezekiel Love down is going to bring up a 3rd and 7 situation.
Under center. Or I'm sorry, actually in the gun. Bruin. Love to his left. 4 wide. Deep over the middle of the field. That one's picked off. Back the other way comes LA. This is one of the safeties that has it and brings it back to about the 34-yard line into Portland territory. Great play in center field to bring that one down, and Ryan Yosef comes down with it.
Hey, yo, Ryan Yosef with the interception, just thrown short there for Vandelay, and a big play there for Ryan Yosef. Interception number 5 on the season, number 27 of his career.
And second in 2 weeks. He had one in the loss last week, but was able to get an interception in that game. He gets another one here and gives his team a chance to take a 2-possession lead. Under center. Sully Richardson, again, calls something out at the line. More press coverage up front from the Fleet defense in the box. Giving some space up top, though. Chris Lee's up there. This will be a handoff. Johnson taken down behind the line of scrimmage, and he will gain nothing, lose nothing. It's 2nd and 10.
Gary Clem having a big season for this Portland defense. Tackle number 87 on the year, came in 3rd in the SFL. Also has 9 tackles for a loss as a linebacker. So good season so far for Gary Clem.
3 in the backfield again. This one Sully will throw. Put it in Johnson's hands. Tries to work it outside. Blocking in front of him will net him a few and make it 3rd and 5 as LA makes it more manageable on 3rd down.
Good play there by the Portland defense. As you said, there was some good blocking, but they were able to force that play to go toward the sidelines, get him out of bounds, and make it a 3rd, like you said, a manageable 5 yards with 2:50 to go.
This will be the 15th offensive play already for LA. As we play with 2 and change left in this first quarter, they're 1 for 2 on 3rd down. Chance for them to go 2 for 3. I formation. Richardson, hands off. That's Johnson through the middle. He's got a 1st down and more to the 20-yard line in the red zone again are the Lycans, and it's 1st down.
They're just keeping them off balance. A 3rd and 5. You're probably not expecting a run, but Johnson comes up there and basically has about 8 or 9 yards before Portland Fleet defenders can get their hands on him. And big play and another 1st down. Their 4th of the game, their 2nd and 3rd down conversion of the game.
Johnson just over 6 yards a carry, 49 yards on the ground already. Under center is Sully Richardson. He will throw. 3-step drop deep over the middle of the field. Got it! And that's a touchdown. LA with one over the middle again has LA's 2nd touchdown of the day. This one to Chris Lee.
Again, the run is opening up the defense for a pass over the top. And this time Richardson hits the wide receiver, Chris Lee, who takes it into the end zone. Bob Funk could not keep him out. And just like that, 2 quick scores for the Lycans puts them up 13 rock.
It's a great throw from a very good quarterback in Sully Richardson, and he has his team in front by 2 scores. Another chance to add on the extra point. Rob Ems comes up with it, and he is up and through with that extra point. He was 1 for 1 a week ago with 37 yards as his only, I should say, and LA comes up with a 14 rock score as they are probably going to win this first quarter, as Portland's a bit shell-shocked here after 2 scores in a row.
Yeah, Sully Richardson 7 for 8 for 119 yards. The only incompletion was an interception, but it brings up the thing that Portland cannot fall too far behind Los Angeles.
This will be a return back to the 20, to the 25-yard line. 24 is where they'll mark him. And back this way come the Portland Fleet. Portland definitely don't want to start trading points at this point. They got to get some points and get a couple of stops. But LA has been very good at keeping, you mentioned it, the Portland Fleet defense off balance. So if they need to make some adjustments basically right now and get into that running back. Under center is going to be O.J. Bruin. Behind him is Ezekiel Love, and it'll be a handoff to him through the middle. Tries to worm his way forward, and he lit about 8 yards, make it 2nd and 2.
Yeah, if you're basically a run-first team like Portland seems to be, you can't afford to get down by 2 scores or more because it takes you out of your comfort range of throwing the football. So they have to find a way to slow down this game here and not to give the ball to Los Angeles right away.
2 to the left for Bruin. 7 in the box defensively for LA. Handoff going to be to Love. He's going to get a broken tackle just shy of the line of scrimmage, and he gets forward for a couple. He gets it to 3rd and 1, and a decent job by Ezekiel Love to make something out of nothing there and make it a short 3rd down.
He was going to get stopped there, like I said, for no gain, maybe even a loss of 1. Makes a great play, and Stinson comes up with a great play there. Keep again the first down. It's going to bring up 3rd and a short 1.
And that is going to be through the right side. It's going to be another first down for the Portland Fleet. They move the chains just shy of the 35-yard line, and another one for Ezekiel Love.
Tough run for Ezekiel Love. Had to make a spin move to get that first down as Thomas Rahman Jr. comes up with the stick, but it brings up a new set of downs for the Fleet.
This will be the 11th play on offense for the Fleet. 4 wide. Under center is going to be Bruin. Looking to throw it over the middle. That one's caught. Facing his back to the end zone. Is able to bring that ball in. Great work from Portland to get another first down and another opportunity for Nelson Lozano Jr., the tight end, to make a play.
First down on back-to-back play. The ball was sort of a little bit behind him, but a great adjustment for the football by Nelson Lozano Jr. to get the catch and the first down.
Bruin, left-hander, throwing again over the middle. This one is caught. No, it's intercepted. Back the other way. It was tipped, I believe, and ends up in Lycan's hands. Lycan's hands as it's 1st and 10. LA going back the other way. Thomasina Rahman.
Thomasina Rahman comes up with the interception right there. Big player. Was it the cornerback? Yes, it was. Thomasina Rahman, 6th-season veteran, comes up with her 6th interception of the season, 22nd of her career.
That's tough. 4 wide, 1 in the backfield for Sully Richardson. Chance to really put a footprint on this game with a couple seconds left here in the first quarter. Throws deep, right side, tipped, and nearly complete anyway, as Chris Lee ended up with the ball in front of him, and that is going to bring us to the end of the first frame. A quarter in the books, and the Lycans have a stronghold on this Pacific Division matchup. It's the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music on For the Fans. Stay right there. Back inside Full Moon Coliseum, end of the first quarter, start of the second one as we get into a 14-0 Lycans lead. LA up by 2 scores, 2 passing touchdowns from Sully Richardson, 1 to Jack Flash, 1 to Chris Lee. Has the Lycans with a good start. They're moving left to right on your screen or your dial if you're listening as we are underway again. Chance for Richardson, left side, working a bit of a curl as this is going to be a catch, but not for much. Make it 3rd and 8. As this one will end up in the in LZ Pryor's hands.
LZ Pryor with the catch. Great coverage there by the outside linebacker, Gary Clem, to bring up a 3rd and 8 situation. Los Angeles 2 for 3 so far on 3rd downs in this game. Looking to go 3 for 4 here.
Longest 3rd down of the day so far. 3 to the left, 1 to the right for Richardson. This is a key moment for Portland. They need to stop. Richardson looks, throws, short of the first down marker, but it's dropped anyway, as that had a chance to get there, but it will drop harmlessly to the turf, and it will be a chance for LA to punt it away and give Portland back the football.
Darius Barrett there with the drop. Looked like he was looking to turn upfield to try to get that first down before the ball was in his hands, and it's going to bring up a punting situation, and we're going to see the punter, Dominic Birkin, on here. No, I'm sorry, punter, chance to win for Los Angeles.
This is going to be up and gone over the midfield stripe, back towards about the 20-yard line, and returned to the 20. As not much further than that goes the return man. We're ready to go for the next go, as it'll be OJ Bruin back out on to the field. A subpar start as far as the interceptions go. He's 3 for 5 completions to attempts at least, but definitely needs to try to find a different way to move it down the field. Over the middle's been clogged up pretty much the entire day.
Yeah, great defense right now for the Lycans across the middle of the defense, not giving them any room to move.
Love is going to work the outside spin move back inside, and he's going to be laid out hit stick style. Just about 5 yards shy of the first down, make it 2nd and 5.
Hey, Ryan Joseph, who already has an interception on the game, comes up with the stick. Brings up a 2nd and 5 situation. You see Ezekiel Love not having a great day right now on the ground. Only 16 yards on 7 carries.
3 in the backfield. Handoff for Love again. He's got some green in front of him. Good block, and he's got some good room to go as he'll get towards the sideline to the 41-yard line. Ezekiel Love having a decent day on the ground as well, as he's doing what the Lycans were doing, and just using the run game to work the pass game.
Great block on the outside to spring Love, who basically doubled his yards plus on that run. Up to 41 yards now on 8 carries on a big 25-yard scamper there.
Under center in the offset eye, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. 6 in the box defensively for LA. Under center, and this time the Lycans are going to get to Love before he can get too far. A 3-yard loss behind the line of scrimmage, and they stay right there.
Ace Blackwell just showing off his speed there. The big guy, 6'4", 291. A week 4 signing, so one of the very few rookies on this Los Angeles Lycans team.
Chance to hand off again. Ezekiel Love again through the middle will make up that yardage and a few more. Get it to 3rd and 5 and another short yardage 3rd down for Portland.
Portland's 2 for 3, just as Los Angeles was going into their last drive, so they're looking to go 3 for 4 here. On a 3rd and probably a long 6 coming up here at the Portland 45.
3 to the right, 1 to the left. OJ Bruin in the gun, has the football. 3-step drop, looks, moves in the pocket, throws deep right side. That one's caught towards the sideline. Good footwork to bring that one down, and it works in Portland's favor. A 1st down, in this case for Art Vandelay, which gives him his 1,500 career yards. Congratulations, young man.
Congratulations. Beautiful throw, just outside the reach of Thomas Rahman Jr. Comes up with a fantastic play to keep the feet in bounds to catch that football. Great concentration, and it brings up a 1st down at the LA 40.
1st and 10. 8:23 left in the second quarter. Bruin, quick toss through the middle. That's going to be caught. Quick 6-yard completion. Gets him a couple. And that will move them closer to another 1st down. Benjamin Warren's first catch of the game.
And the thing that's been hurting this offense has been the interceptions thrown by O.J. Bruin. 22 on the season coming into this game, through 2 more. So he's up to 24. He needs to control the football just a little bit better.
High formation. Handoff. Left side. And Ezekiel Love trying to burn the outside. Does get taken down shy of the 20 to the 23-yard line. Nice run working the outside. Seems to be where Ezekiel Love's getting his most damage done as they inch closer and closer to the red zone.
Yes, the running on the left side got some great blocks on the outside. Great seal block there by Nelson Lozano Jr. Frees Ezekiel Love to that outside. Gets him to the 23-yard line, and another first down. Portland's 5th of the game.
1st and 10, 2 in the gun with Bruin. 4 on the line, the rest in coverage. Oh, he got a hit as he threw. He was looking for a man downfield, but the defensive line is going to get to O.J. Bruin for the first time in this game. No sack as it's an incomplete pass.
As you see, the man they affectionately call Cheeseburger. Defensive tackle Mar Rivers, his 5th season in the SFL, 6'5", 295, comes up with the pressure.
2 to the right, 1 to the left. Bruin again on 2nd and 10. Handoff. Love through the middle is going to worm his way forward and get into the red zone for the first time today for Portland. Typically, they had turned the ball over before they got to this point on the previous drive. So a good chance for them to maybe do something with this attempt as they work inside the red zone for the first time today.
Yeah, 3rd and 7 here. O.J. Bruin needs to be a little bit more protective of the football here. Definitely guaranteed some points.
4 wide. Big pressure coming from his right, but it's a catch to the outside. 1st down and more, getting him to the 11-yard line, and a good opportunity for the Portland Fleet to do something as Gene Valentine has a 2nd catch.
Great catch. It looked like he might have been just a little short, but was able to keep his momentum and turn the shoulders upfield to get that 1st down. And they're at the 11-yard line. They can get a 1st down just outside the 1-yard line here.
2 at the top of your screen. The very top of your screen is Art Vandelay. Handoff. Ezekiel Love. He's going to get taken down immediately. Make it 2nd and 12. It'll be a 2-yard loss.
Dane Stinson flying in to plug up that hole. To drop him for a loss of 2 here. Brings up a 2nd and long situation here for the Fleet at 13.
4th tackle of the game for Stinson so far. 2 to the right again for Bruin. Seemingly the offensive line leaning a bit to the left. They'll hand it off to Love. They'll try to go that way. He's going to get taken down and make it a 3rd and long for the Portland Fleet. And a big 3rd down coming as they really don't want to settle for a field goal if they can help it.
Now, Buddy Blaze with the stop there. It looks like they've adjusted a little bit on the Ezekiel Love having success to the left-hand side of that line. Great stop there to bring up 3rd and long.
3 to the left, 1 to the right. Chance for Bruin. Has the football. 3-step drop. In the gun. Throws over the top. It's incomplete. Very close. 3rd down goes nowhere. And the Portland Fleet are going to have to settle for a field goal attempt as Rochelle Colston jumps up to make a play.
I think that was more to Rochelle Colston than anything. That ball was way out of the reach of Gene Valentine. That was more along the lines of Colston, I think, in the face mask. But either way, it's going to result in a field goal attempt here for the Fleet as David John is going to come out on the field.
Chance for John to knock it through. It'll be a 31-yard attempt from the left hash. Left-footed kicker. Lined up middle of the hash, trying to get his foot to this football. Snap good, hold good, kick up and on the way. It is up, and it is through from 31. So make it at least a 14-3 game. Portland does come down and get some points as they move the ball pretty successfully on this Lycans defense and cap off a 14-play, 83-yard drive.
That's a big play to get points on the board. They would rather have gotten 7 instead of the 3, but at least they had some positivity on the offensive side of the ball. Now let's see if they can once again stop this Los Angeles Lycans offense.
Thomas Rahman Jr. back for the return. Ball is on the way to him. And it is returnable from the end zone. To the 20, right at the 20-yard line, and taken down at the 20. 1st and 10 for LA. Visit the SFL League website at simulation.net for info on how to create a player to join our community, the league, and the teams that play in it, and a comprehensive history of the SFL. It's over 1,500 games and it's thousands of players who have hit the virtual field. The Simulation Football League, 17 seasons strong. As we are 3/4 of the way into our 17th season at the SFL. 3 to the left, 1 to the right for Sully Richardson. As the football looks, throws, left side. That one's caught just shy of the first down marker. Make it 2nd and 1. Great looking catch on the outside is going to give LA a nice 2nd down to work with.
Beautiful catch there by Medarius Barrett, 6 foot, 200-pound backup wide receiver coming into the ball game, making an impact, making it 2nd and 1.
Good work from him. 3 to the right, 1 to the left for Richardson in the gun. 5 in the box defensively. As the football, quick drop, pump fake, now throws over the middle, and that's one-handed tip over the middle by one of the linebackers who got a hand on it, and that is going to be 3rd and 7 upcoming for the Lycans.
Big old Mel Davis there, coming up with the pass deflection. His 15th of the year, leading the SFL, and as a linebacker, that's a pretty dang good stat.
Really trying to close down the middle of the field. And does so pretty successfully week after week. I formation for the Lycans. Robert Johnson's your deep back. He'll get the handoff through the middle, and the ball's on the ground. And it's picked up by Portland. Back the other way. That is going to be a touchdown. What a way to get back into it. The fumble 6 puts Portland in a great spot. What a play by Chris Stack as he gets the ball in his hands.
The scoop and score that Sean Allen with the big hit. Ball goes right into the hands of number 24, Chris Stack, and he takes it to the house. A defensive touchdown brings Portland right back into this football game.
Oh, the time elapsed between when that play started and when Portland was marching into the end zone was that fumble and recovery was less than a second. You think these players aren't aware of what's going on in the field at just about all times? What a play by Portland's defense to force the turnover and get themselves back to within a score, and it's a chance for them to get back in within 4 points with this extra point from David John. Wow. Snap is good, hold good, kick up and on the way. It is up, and it is through. So a round of momentum as the crowd here at Full Moon Coliseum eerily silent after a huge turnover created, and it turns into 6 points.
And that's something that Portland does, is they just find ways to win football games. They come in defensively, the next to last in pass yards allowed in a game and yards allowed in a game. Only the 10th best in takeaways, but somehow make games and win games that they really shouldn't be winning.
Thomas Rahman Jr., another return chance, and he'll get it out to the 19-yard line as Rizzo Markham. And back up on the field comes Sully Richardson. Do you think, in my opinion, I think they should give the ball back to Robert Johnson, try to make up for that. I think you go back to your playmakers, and he is definitely one of the ones on this roster.
Oh, I agree. At least be able to settle down Sully Richardson, but the fumble that just caused could shake his confidence. So we got to say, do you go right back to him, or do you throw the football?
Hand off Robert Johnson. They do go his way, and he's taken down behind the line, trying to get the off-tackle run game going. And in this case, it goes nowhere. Bob Funk comes up to make the play.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. He looked like a little tentative on that run, but you got to start giving him the football more and more and more. Because if you can wear down this Portland defense, you have a chance to win this football game. You're up 4 points. You can make it 7 or maybe even 11 if you can punch this ball in the end zone.
Richardson calling something to the line. 3 in the backfield, handoff Rojo. That's not going to work. He gets taken down just after the 10-yard line. They'll say marked it at the 15 due to forward progress. And that is going to be 3rd and 14 coming.
Chris Stack, who had the scoop and score in here earlier in the second quarter, comes up with a big stop there. And boy, this Portland Fleet defense is swarming right now.
3 to the left, 1 to the right. Richardson over the middle. That one's caught. Not quite enough for the first down as he gets tackled behind him, getting farther and farther into the middle of the field. Jack Flash with a catch, but not enough for the first.
I don't know about that. That looked like when he caught it, he was backing up, and I thought he might have gone past the line here. Let's see. Whoa. That is close, but it's going to bring up a 4th and 1. Let's see what happens here. If they're going to punt, yes, it looks like he is coming onto the field, and that is Shakes to win.
Yeah, I believe it, based on where the football was, I think he was short. So a good call by the line judge on that. This will be up and gone, as this will be returnable from about the 30-yard line, returnable to the 37, not much further than that. And Portland now, as this game completely turns on its head, has a chance to come back and take the lead in LA on the road, and they need a good drive to do so.
Yeah, we saw how a scoop and score really changed the momentum of the early game between Baltimore and remember correctly, Baltimore had a great scoop and score there to go up 21-7 in their game.
Ezekiel Love tries to work the outside again. Broken tackle, has the first down and more. Another broken tackle, tries to spin and gets knocked out of bounds at the 40-yard line into LA territory. Good work from Ezekiel Love to make something happen as he had blocking kind of dwindle in front of him.
Yeah, that was just all Ezekiel Love. As you see, he had a couple blocks late, but just ran through 2 tacklers, or would-be tacklers, to get that first down, get inside LA territory.
4-point game in LA. O.J. Bruin back up to the line of scrimmage. He'll be in the offside eye, 1 to his left as far as receivers go. And off Love, trying to work the outside to the right again. This time he's taken down as the run pursuit works in LA's favor that time as the linebacker gets to him.
Smith coming up with the stop there at the midfield stripe as we're coming to the 2-minute warning here of the first half.
Pretty close, quick moving game. I formation, another one for Love. He's going to work his way through the middle this time as he cuts back inside. He'll get a couple and bring us down to the 122nd mark in this first half. It's a 14-10 game as Portland's had a much better second quarter as they continue to move forward. It's the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music. On For the Fans, stay right there. Back inside Full Moon Coliseum and a key third down, 3rd and 6 for Portlanders. Are moving right to left, just past midfield, 4 wide and in the gun is O.J. Bruin. looking to throw it. The southpaw looks, throws right side. That one's caught. First down and more inside the 40-yard line to the third, inside of the 45 to the 44. And that, I believe, is going to cause a flag. And a pass interference call coming on defense. So that doesn't really, at this point, matter much, as this is going to put the ball in the hands of the Portland Fleet in a first down situation anyway.
Yep, as you see Jack Hacksaw there on the coverage, giving a little bit of lip there to the official. But either way, it's a first down at the 34-yard line. And Portland is continuing to drive this football down here with less than 2 minutes to go.
If we know anything about Hacksaw, he is not shy about giving a little bit of lip to the referee. No doubt about that one. Handoff, Ezekiel Love through the middle, and he's going to have himself a few yards, make it 2nd and 4.
Ezekiel Love proved that he can be a workhorse in the backfield, as last week 40 carries for $176, already with 17 carries so far in this ballgame.
2nd and 4. O.J. Bruin is in the gun, 2 in the gun with him, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Bruin moves in the pocket, throws right side. That one's caught, falling to the ground is his target, but bringing it in regardless. That is going to put them towards the 19-yard line in the red zone. Good work from Art Vandelay.
Best thing to do for a rookie quarterback who's a little bit shaky after throwing 2 picks. Just nice little short, easy tosses. Make some great running plays. You're going to get a little bit more confidence from O.J. Bruin, and he's actually producing a really good drive.
This is a pretty good drive for him. Chance for Portland to take the lead. Love again. Tries to juke his way left. Gets taken down at the 17-yard line. And a good job by the Portland Fleet, making a manageable 2nd down.
2nd and 7 as Hacksaw comes up there with the tackle here. $1.06 to go. All 3 timeouts. Don't really have to rush here. Got plenty of time with all those timeouts.
2 to the right. 2nd and 7 as Eagle Love again gets taken down at the line of scrimmage, making it a key 3rd down. Portland's going to call a timeout. Coming up on the APM Music Halftime Report, Cameron Irvine and Mike St. Green break down the first half of the Fleet and Lycans, interview Los Angeles offensive coordinator and strong safety Ryan Yosef, and provide an update on the action going on in Arizona between the Glory and the Scorpions. It's all coming up on the APM Music Halftime Report. Portland would love to take the lead before the halftime report gets underway. Bruin looks, throws short. That's a first down and more. 1st and goal for the Fleet as they have a chance to put points on the board from the 7-yard line.
Great play there by O.J. Bruin. Hit the open man.
Bruin again. Left side. That one's caught as a touchdown. What a turnaround in this 2nd quarter for Portland. And what a throw to get Portland out in front. That is fantastic work from Gene Valentine.
Unbelievable. Just outside the reach of Thomasina Rahman. He tried to break on the football, but just a well-thrown ball by the rookie O.J. Bruin to Valentine for the touchdown. And looky here, Portland takes the lead, 16-14, extra point pending.
Yeah, chance for David John to put the Fleet up by 3 points. 17 unanswered points on the line for Portland as this extra point gets underway. Kick is up and through, and it is good. No issues there. So 17 unanswered is true, and a 3-point deficit for the Lycans, who are a bit shell-shocked themselves now after a great recovery by Portland.
Wow, it's the tale of 2 quarters here. Los Angeles dominated the 1st quarter, and here Portland's dominating the 2nd quarter here to take the lead with just over 35 seconds left to go in the first half.
And it's going to be curious to see if the Lycans want to try something here on offense. Yes, there's 35 seconds left, but they give the ball back to Portland at the start of the 2nd half. This is out to the 20, right at the 20 to 25, and nothing Thomas Rahman Jr. can do with that, as that will be back a 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line. Some love in chat to everybody hanging out on FTF Next. Looks like Feared OGG, Tim Hacksaw. I saw Ray in here as well. Chris Lee hanging out. Plenty of others Alien Nation definitely has been a part of the chat as well. You can join the chat and conversation yourself at twitch.tv/FTFnext if you're watching on another platform. Under center, through the middle is Robert Johnson, and that is going to be a run forward for 3 yards. Not much more to that, but not really an aggressive stance here on the Lycans offense as they come down to the last part of this first half.
Give it to Johnson. If he happens to break one, so be it. But just go down here, take this momentum, get rid of, hopefully stop Portland's momentum going into halftime, only down 3.
Chance for Sully to throw right side, just shy of the 30, taken down at the 29-yard line. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
3rd and 4. Well, actually, not going to be 3rd and 4 because the clock's at 0.
And that is going to get us to the halftime break. Nothing much doing for the Lycans on offense there. They'll give the ball back to the Fleet when we return. Halftime break coming up after this commercial break. This is For the Fans. Stay right there.
Welcome to the APM Music Halftime Report. Along with Mike St. Green, I'm Cameron Irvine, and at the half, tale of 2 quarters for sure as Portland takes the lead 17-14 into the break. Great first half, Mike. More good football today.
Cam, you just stole my line. I was going to say how cliche it is to say the tale of 2 quarters, but actually...
Thanks for calling me cliche.
But it's actually true this time. It was definitely a tale of 2 quarters. Louisiana, Los Angeles came out guns blazing. Jack Flash with a big touchdown catch early in this game. Ryan Yosef with a huge interception, and followed that up with a big Chris Lee touchdown. And Los Angeles looked like they were in control of this game. And lo and behold, a big forced fumble by Shawn Allen. Chris Stock picked it up for a touchdown return, and Portland's back in it because Los Angeles looked like they were controlling Ezekiel Love on the ground a little bit, and it looked like it was going to be a tough time for Portland coming out. But the game turned on that, and Portland took control of the second quarter, and they find themselves ahead at halftime, 17-14.
Well, you mentioned off air, Mike, that you were looking for Portland to answer the bell in their real first true test late in the season with playoffs and division on the line and all of that. And I would say that maybe they were a little overwhelmed in the first quarter, but they certainly responded.
Yeah, they definitely settled down nicely, as you mentioned, and maybe it was a little bit of nerves coming out in such a big game, and possibly right now the biggest game in franchise's history. But yeah, they settled down nicely, and they depended on that defense that they've depended on throughout their history, and they're right back in it, and they're in a position now where they can kind of feed Ezekiel Love the ball a little bit and protect the rookie quarterback, and can control some clock, and maybe can pull out a victory on the road.
Earlier this week, we sat down with offensive coordinator and the strong safety for the Los Angeles Lycans, Ryan Yosef, for, dare we say, colorful interview. And we got a chance to get into the mind of the Lycans' offensive mind, who has this team riding high at 5-3. Take a listen. And welcome to our next segment of People Behind Players here on the SFL Halftime Report. Ryan Yosef's ready. That's the OC of the Los Angeles Lycans and their strong safety. Ryan Yosef, welcome, Ryan.
Hey, thanks for having me, beautiful people.
Hey, Ryan, glad you could join us. Cam just mentioned that you're the OC over in Los Angeles. This is actually your fourth season with this franchise and second with this particular organization. You guys struggle offensively coming out of the chute, but you've improved things, gradually as the season has gone on. But you kind of hit a roadblock here the past couple of weeks. You lost the last 2 games, but not necessarily because of the offense. What do you credit the turnaround to? It wasn't necessarily a turnaround because you guys were actually above 500 when you took over the OC's job. But what do you credit the turnaround, at least as far as the offense getting going, to as far as when you took over?
Yeah, I think when I take a look back at where we started to where we are, it's been a pretty simple method. Behind the scenes, we've worked a plan. What's tough actually is when we started the season, we were 2-1, reflected actually really positively, except for the fact that if you really dug into the results, I don't believe the organization was happy. Last year, about halfway through, I took over some of the offensive coordinating stuff, but really was new to that aspect. And we brought in an outside coach who actually did deliver some positive information in order to better understand the game. We won't use words like manipulate, but after we started kind of working what the plan was and following the plan, we got to see some better results. You're right. We've hit a hiccup the last couple of weeks with performance, but I just kind of want to make sure that I lay it out for you about as simple as I can. And it's for our offense, it's actually a 6-part plan. And I brought pictures to help be able to show you. It breaks out very simple. Step 1 for the LA Lycans is implement the bowling ball technique. That's Robert Johnson. He just heads right downhill. Step 2, you might ask yourself, what's that picture? Don't question my terrible writing, but that's a picture of a doctor symbol. That's our little Davius Reed advocate there, DR, with a little taste of flash. Get a little cheese on the outside with Chris Lee. This one's been tough for me because it's EP, Elsie Pryor. That's an extended play. That's a disc is what I'm going for with that. You got to guess what that is? Number 6, way down, because he has the biggest responsibility, but way down, who's that? What's that?
Move that 6 over to your yeah, there you go. A little bit more over. What are we looking at? There you go.
Right there, 6. What does that look like a picture of?
Tic-tac-toe, maybe, kind of.
Ramen noodles. Come on now.
There we go.
So, we're working a plan there on offense. We're trying to implement it. And the most important part is we're trying to have fun. I think that's the piece is we're putting in the work behind the scenes to try to deliver a product for not just the league, but for our team in order to have a good time. So the last 2 weeks have been tough, but I think we pride ourselves on having a high quality defense behind the scenes that's able to make teams often one-dimensional, and that's when we're most successful is when we can control the ball and we have consistent play. I question we're 3rd in the league, I believe, with 3rd down plays. I've started kind of questioning why are we always in 3rd down and 1, and it might be the offensive coordinator's fault. So I've been passing that along to him.
Ryan saw the interview with Servon Yates and was like, oh, those nicknames got nothing on ours. I'm going to draw pictures, and I'm going to make sure we got the best in the league. So
it's the second time we scheduled this. I've done the pictures 4 times. I don't know why. So.
Ryan, LA's leadership often talks about how you were ready, when the transition needed to happen, and I think I think if you wouldn't have been ready, I think Los Angeles may not be where they are today in a three-way tie for the Pacific Division. But you've been in this league for a couple years now, and have dabbled into play calling. How where did that passion come from, and what do you most enjoy about coaching to the point that you're ready, even if you're not currently in a coaching position?
For me, it was, I think, availability. That helps. The timing, each of the times that my teams called upon me, I'm a school teacher. So it was the summer during one section. We were just rolling back in, and that worked out really well here. And the last time they needed me was actually during winter break. So I have an obsessive compulsive issue where I'll end up staying up way too late at night to do the work in order to take a look at it and play with it. But what's different about this time around versus the times in the past where I've tried to help is that this time I actually believe we're working on a plan that is not mathematically, but there's like some backing involved. And I think that's one of the toughest parts about trying to take over an offense or even a defense or a part of a team here in the SFL is like, what do you ground yourself with? And for us, when I did it the first time, I still firmly believe that you need a running game in order to be successful in this league. But then second off is like, there's a lot of football plays out there. So how do you trim it down to what's successful and what's not? This time, when we brought on the new coach, although it didn't turn out well for us, I do believe that person brought forward a philosophy that could work. We're following that philosophy, and we're going to see it through, whether it means playoffs or not, or whatever it is. It's grounded in something that's a little more mathematical, and I think it's something we can build on. Oh, wait, hold on. I should say something positively about the ownership. They're good people. They didn't have anywhere else to go to turn to. And I've been here long enough where they knew I was going to show up because I sit in voice chat far too much.
Ryan, man, speaking of playoffs, as you just mentioned, a huge game this week coming up against the Portland Fleet. You're tied for the division lead with Portland and Vancouver. The winner of this game will still, at least have a share of the first place. What's going to be a key to beating Portland this weekend?
Again, I've talked about it. I'm a big fan of consistent plays. For me, it's the magic is a 3.5-yard play. If we can really stick to that 3.5-yard plan on offense and see it, we've got to shut them down. I'm telling you, in the work that I've done and the stuff that I've seen, their defense up the middle scares me to death. Even I don't get a chance to research the names, but the up the middle stuff has me concerned, much like it did last week. And us being able to run the football is successful. I have. One of the owners would like us to pass the ball more, but I'm still philosophically in the run area. And we definitely, I think, can have some success this weekend. But you leave it up to the game. You leave it up to good old R62, the way the ball's rolled the last couple of weeks. And I keep looking on the yellowpages.com or whitepages.com to find his house, but I haven't had any luck. So we'll get that figured out maybe this week.
Hey, quick follow-up to that. You like to pound the rock, as you mentioned. But the past couple games, Robert Johnson has struggled a little bit. Will you possibly change any of that up, or are you going to stick with your 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
We still stick with it. I think it's a base to the offense. It opens up the rest. I can't get away. I don't quite have as much control of the offense as I would like in that realm during game day. So to be able to modify and adjust on the fly doesn't happen. But I'll tell you, I'm excited for what we've set up in the passing game. If we take advantage of what's in the book, I think we'll be in good shape. But you leave it up, and then you pray that players like me on the other side of the football take advantage of it. Because I'm really proud of LA secondary. I think it's been a sleeping beast. I don't think it gets talked about enough. And then it's really helped by, I would say, a rejuvenated front five, front six, depending on how you look at it for us on defense. To be able to kind of add some pressure and make them one-dimensional. That's been the key for us. And it allows us to do what we need to do on offense.
Well, Ryan, it's certainly apparent that you care a lot about this Los Angeles team. You're very connected with this locker room. In 30 seconds or so, could you just kind of tell us how you viewed sort of the franchise's transition and how you've stuck around and all the different roads you guys have traveled? It's been a long road, but it's been very fruitful for the Lycans.
It's been a fun time. I think it comes down to good people at a good time in your life. Not that we should maybe tie it to life, but I think the idea that there's a good core group there that has kind of seen it through. A couple of us have hung on since the transition, you would call it, but it's been a good time. And when it comes to game day and when people can be there, there's a lot of laughs. And I'd put our locker room attitude up against anybody in in the league. And as I always like to say in chat, hey, if you want to come be a like and come talk to us.
That's great, Ryan Joseph. Good luck this weekend against Portland, and we'll be watching, no doubt about that. And thanks for joining us, man. It's worth the wait.
Thank you.
Oh, Mike, you got to be a mad scientist to be in this league, but that is one mad scientist right there, lovingly about Ryan Joseph. But he's a good guy, fun guy.
Yeah, that was a great talk that we had a chance to catch up with Ryan earlier this week. And hey, he mentioned about his secondary. I'll mention it now. They've done a great job in this first half. He has an interception of his own. Thomasina Rahman has an interception, and Rochelle Colston, she's the top defensive back right now in that backfield. She has about 9 interceptions on the season. So yeah, he's absolutely right. Great secondary, and it's worth mentioning. But hey, they're going to have their work cut out for them in the second half.
A shootout going on right now in Arizona. That game is just 7 minutes in, but we've already seen 3 touchdowns since we went to halftime break. Lone Star leads Arizona 14-7. Kind of a, I wouldn't say surprise necessarily, but Arizona's defense has been pretty incredible over the last 2 weeks, and they have not looked good so far.
Cam, I was originally going to talk about how Ike McBride is, really looking like herself again with, averaging over 5 yards a carry to start this game off. But then all of a sudden it turned into a track meet, and, Roscoe Justice has a long touchdown, and Greg Soto, as you mentioned, just came right back for a Lone Star with another long touchdown of his own, and Lone Star's pulled ahead. So, but yeah, we're going to see some fireworks in this game before it's all said and done.
We'll have game updates and bonus coverage in Phoenix once we're done in Los Angeles. 17-14. Portland has scored 17 straight to take the lead on LA. You're watching the Simulation Football League, and this has been the APM Music Halftime Report. We'll be back to Full Moon Coliseum after this.
Back inside Full Moon Coliseum, the second half about to get underway for the Simulationfl's Week 9 matchup. Pacific Division lead on the line between the LA Lycans and the Portland Fleet. Chris Curtis and Gerald Giudice in the booth with you. We welcome you back in as Portland's going to get the ball to start this second half of play and returnable from about the goal line and returned all the way to the 25 after a massive hit. And they send Portland back out on offense. A decent first half from O.J. Bruin, albeit the couple of interceptions, but his team, after 1,700 unanswered points, does have the lead to talk about as we start the third quarter.
They settled down after those 2 interceptions. I think the big key to that has been handing the ball off to number 21, Ezekiel Love. 92 yards on 20 carries in the first half.
Yeah, he's been very, very good. No doubt about that one. Bruin's going to go right side on this. Tipped in. Probably should have been intercepted. It was touched by 2 different Lycans before it hit the turf. And our Vandalay, your intended target.
Yeah, Danny Stinson dropped the tip drill there. We've had a couple tip drill interceptions so far in this game, but this time it falls incomplete. And it goes to 2nd and 10.
Very, very close. We go into 2nd down. Seeing where this one ends up. If their big stick has been getting it to a manageable 3rd down, 7 in the box defensively for LA. Handoff, Love, left side, got to break a tackle, spins through it, and now he's got some room to go out just shy of the 40-yard line, gets caught at the 39, and it's a new first set of downs for Portland. What a run by Ezekiel Love.
It looked like he was going to get stopped right at the sticks, but just a great, great spin move there to make a defender just absolutely look foolish as the halftime interview makes the stop. Ryan Joseph.
It puts him over the centennial mark for the day as well, talking about Ezekiel, 106 yards on 21 carries unofficially. Under center is O.J. Bruin, 2 in the backfield, handoff, Love through the middle. He's going to get taken down at the line of scrimmage, nothing doing. It'll be a 1-yard gain.
Yeah, Buddy Blaze has been coming up in the middle of, when he has a run in the middle of that line, it looks like just it's either Buddy Blaze or Stinson that just make a beeline to the football, stop Ezekiel Love for maybe like a 1 or 2-yard gain. Great pursuit there by the defense.
2 tackles for loss for Buddy Blaze today, and there's another tackle behind the line of scrimmage, as that one is going to be a stop, make it 3rd and long, and Douglas gets in to make the stop there. 3rd and long coming up again for Portland.
Yeah, another huge play there by the Los Angeles Lakers defense. Pardon me, trying to get Portland off the field here. Big 3rd and 12 here. 6 for 8 coming into that play.
3 to the right, 1 to the left, deep over the middle of the field, and it's picked off. Back the other way, another big safety interception as he had to climb the elevator to bring that one down, and the Lycans get the ball back. It's Rochelle Colston.
Rochelle Colston comes up with a big, big interception. Just gets in front of Benjamin Warner, and that's what Los Angeles needed. An interception here to get the ball in great field position at their own 41.
41-yard line, good decent field position to start the drive as well. I formation. That 3rd and 12 turned into an opportunity for the Lycans to take back the lead. Robert Johnson's your deep back in the eye. Sully Richardson under center. Richardson will throw, moves in the pocket, gets rid of it as he gets hit. Does move the arm forward. It is an incomplete pass as Brower got to him.
Yeah, great play there by Robert Brower. 6'6", 283rd season vet. A lot of 3rd-year players on this Portland Fleet team coming into this season. Only a couple that have only been with this team for 2 years.
Under center in the offset eye, 7 in the box defensively for Portland. 2nd down turns into a handoff to Robert Johnson, and he's going to get chased down and brought down for a 4-yard loss. And not much on the day for Robert Johnson. Had a good first quarter, but he's been quiet since.
A great pursuit there by Gary Bergen to drag Johnson down from behind. And now it's their turn to have a 3rd and long situation. This time 3rd and 14 here at the 37. 3 for 6 coming into this play.
3 to the left, 1 to the right. That's Chris Lee up top of your screen. Over the middle. That one's tipped and incomplete. Just at the midfield stripe. Jack Flash, your intended target. And a 4th down coming. Lycans will punt.
Mel Davis with the deflection there. And a return from the Portland Fleet saying, we can stop you guys as well. But this time with the punt from chance to win here, they can pin him deep.
Opportunity to maybe pin them back within their own 20-yard line would be nice. Needs a long punt to do it. Kick is up and gone. More of a line drive kick than not. And this will be inside the 25-yard line to the 23 after it is not fair caught. Tackle is made. And the Portland Fleet will come back out onto the field. Second drive of the second half. First one ending in an interception, which, that Lycans offensive drive up to the interception did not last long. A quick 3 and out. Now all of a sudden, Portland back where they started.
Portland has the advantage of time of possession right now. They could use that to the advantage to maybe wear down the front four of the Lycans.
Under center. And hit as he threw. Got it away. 2nd and 10 as it will hit the turf harmlessly. Good job by the Lycans defense. Visit the SFL website at simulationfl.net for links to apparel from Sector 6, the official apparel provider of the Simulation Football League, and SFL mini helmets from 97 Sports Promotions. Sector 6 features replica team jerseys and completely customizable jackets, flags, t-shirts, and more. Get the gear the fans wear with Sector 6, 97 Sports Promotions, and the SFL. Right side, Ezekiel Love not going to go anywhere there. He's going to get taken down. 3rd and 8 coming.
Again, Douglas with a nice pursuit there on the tackle. It's going to bring up a 3rd and medium situation, 3rd and 8 here. Let's see what O.J. Bruin and this Portland Fleet offense can do here. 6 for 9, but they've missed on their last 2.
Under center, actually in the gun, sorry. He's going to be O.J. Bruin, 3 to the right, 1 to the left on a big 3rd down. 3rd and 8. He's going to move up in the pocket, get taken down. 4th down coming at 4th and 13. They will punt, and we will send it back to SFL Studios for a game break.
Thank you, Curtis. Arizona striking back, Mike.
Yeah, Cam, Arizona here. DJ Moses takes a handoff off the left tackle, breaks the tackle, does a stutter step, and then puts on the Jets and goes all the way to the end zone. Arizona ties it up at 14.
The shootout continues as they start the second quarter in a tie ball game. Back to Curtis and Gerald in Los Angeles.
Wow, an absolute shootout going on there. 28 points, and they just started the second quarter. That's a wild number. 1st and 10 for the Lycans as they get the ball back off of that punt just past the midfield line. So chance for the Lycans again to take the lead on their second drive of this second half. Chris Curtis, Gerald Giudice in the broadcast booth, Justin Reside in the stats truck, along with Cameron Irvine, a producer and commissioner in the producer's booth today inside Full Moon Coliseum. Sully Richardson to the outside has a catch and about 7-yard complete. You can 7 yards complete down the field. 2nd and 3 as that one will be LZ Pryor with the grab.
LZ Pryor with the great grab. Again, back to what gave the Los Angeles Lycans the football was a great series by the defensive tackle, Mar Rivers. Pressured on the first play of the drive and gets the first sack of the ball game on the 3rd down to give Los Angeles the field position that they had after that punt.
Due to the right. Richardson over the top, tipped, and probably should have been intercepted. Couple of Fleet members touched it. Chris Lee, your intended target, nothing doing. It'll be 3rd down.
Sean Allen had that hit him right between the numbers. Could not come up with the interception. Big break for Los Angeles to give them life here on 3rd and 3.
Still outside of field goal range. LA looking to play the field position game. They are at the Portland 44-yard line. Got to get it to the 41 for a 1st down. Plenty in the box defensively. They're reading a run here for Robert Johnson. Is that where the Lycans will go? It will not. Richardson. Inside. That one's caught. 1st down and more. Towards the sideline. 30-yard line is where he's going to end up to the 28. And that is going to give LA a new set of downs. What a play on offense for the LA Lycans.
Tommy Rahman there is a great play there. It looked like they sold out for the run. Had the fullback come out of the backfield, just unaccounted for. Gets a big gain down to the Portland 28. They are now in field goal range for Mr. Rob Ems here to at least tie this football game, but they're looking to get the ball in the end zone to take the lead.
First time Tommy Rahman touched the ball today. First, and a huge catch, 1st down conversion. 3 to the left, 1 to the right, over the middle. That one's caught short of the 1st down marker. 2nd and 1, but they are in the red zone for the umpteenth time today, talking about the Lycans. Every time they've come down here, they've scored. Jack Flash on the catch.
Well, let's hope you didn't do the good old broadcaster's jinx with that, but Los Angeles has really come down here, really changed their offensive game plan just a little bit, mixing a lot more runs in here with the pass, and I'm liking the way it's going. It's keeping Portland off balance.
I formation again. Richardson left side, caught first down and more inside the 17-yard line. And another set of downs given to the Lycans. Good job just taking what they're going to give it. The tight end LZ Pryor with a second catch of the drive.
LZ Pryor, big catch, not for many yards, but moves the sticks here. As you see, Slay Richardson, 144 yards and 2 touchdowns so far in the game.
2 to the right. Sully to throw, right side, put it in Johnson's hands. Johnson in the open field, can't break the tackle. Does get a couple, makes it 2nd and 7. They're at least in a position to maybe tie the game here as another catch for Tommy Rahman out of the backfield.
Great open field tackle there by Sean Allen. They only have him gain 3 yards, 2nd and 15 here. This front four of Portland has got to find a way to get pressure on Sully Richardson here if he's going to drop back the pass.
2 to the right. 7 in the defensive box. Trying to get something done. They look like they're going to send extra help. They don't. That one is an incomplete pass. The arm moving forward. The defensive line did get to him, but it does not matter at this particular juncture. 3rd and 7 coming up, a key 3rd down.
You see Brower coming up there with the quarterback pressure there. Ball falls to the ground, brings up a 3rd and 7. This is a big, big defensive play here for Portland. They got to stop them.
Opportunity for Sully Richardson. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Oh, another one hit as he threw. They've had a hard time getting the ball out of his hands, and a 4th down coming. Chance for LA to at least come and tie this game up with Rob Ems coming out in the field.
Just when I said the defensive line needs to get pressure, the defensive ends, Brower, then Derwin Nueva come up with 2 back-to-back hits on the quarterback. They're having the ball fall incomplete at the line of scrimmage. Brings up a 4th down, and Rob Ems trying to tie this football game.
32-yard attempt from the right hash. Ems trying to get this game back even in the 3rd quarter. Snap is high, held well, kick is up and on the way. It is up and it is through. Tie ball game at Full Moon Coliseum, and the LA crowd is rocking as they get their team back in it.
You go further with a great handle on that high snap. Gets that ball down and have Rob M just put it right through the wickets to make it a 17-17 ball game. His 18th field goal out of 18 attempts for the year for Rob M.
Well, the game update after this kickoff is finished up. The ball is on the tee. We're ready to go as we are ready for the Portland Fleet to maybe have a chance to march their way back down the field. Kick is up and on the way. Returnable from the goal line. Out to the 5, to the 10. Right at the 10, to the 15, to the 20, all the way down to the 25-yard line. And with that, let's send it back to Cameron Irvine at SFL HQ.
Thanks, Curtis. Mike, when a running back's averaging 58 yards a carry, that's no bueno for the defense.
Cam, Lone Star's Ike McBride likes to get hers 5 or 6 at a time, but apparently DJ Moses likes to get his 87 yards at a time off left tackle for the 2nd long touchdown of the day. Arizona goes up 21-14.
It's deja vu in the desert heat. Back to Chris and Gerald in L.A.
Deja vu indeed. Left side, good run off tackle for Ezekiel Love. Just didn't break the edge. Great open field tackle stops him in his tracks after a 2-yard gain.
With the desert, we sure that wasn't a mirage. Wow, what a couple of runs there by DJ Moses. But getting back to our game, Los Angeles has definitely have the momentum here in this 3rd quarter, tie this football game up, and they're really stopping Ezekiel Love here in this 3rd quarter.
See if they get it to him again. They do, and this time he's taken down behind the line of scrimmage, loses a yard, and it's another 3rd and long coming up. Very good 3rd down percentage so far today for Portland. They're 6 for 10, 60%. They would love to get one more and make them 7 for 11 if the opportunity presents itself, but this is a key 3rd down. In the gun, Bruin. 3 to his right, 1 to his left. Looking to throw. The southpaw winds up, fires over the middle of the field. This time it's tipped and incomplete, and that is not going to work for the Fleet over the middle of the field. Great job on defense by the safety. I think that was Colston who got in the way.
Well, that was Colston, but I thought that he had the ball in his hands, and Rochelle Colston jarred the ball loose on that hit. But either way, it's a punting situation coming up for Portland. And again, the tale of the quarters. It was the first quarter, it was Los Angeles. Second quarter was Portland. And right now, it seems like Los Angeles is really dominating this third quarter.
Really dominating it, but they've only scored a total of 3 points as we're over halfway through it. This will be returnable. Right side, good punt return. Gets it into Portland territory at the 47-yard line, and that is where Sully and company will start this next drive.
Now we'll see if Sully Richardson can somehow find the way to get their Lycans into the end zone. If not, at least get a couple first downs here. Maybe get Rob M to give them the lead. With 4 minutes to go here in the third.
Robert Johnson is in the backfield along with the fullback. Sully throws over the top. Has Chris Lee and another diving catch. Forward, 1st and 10, gets it into field goal range.
They go back to that play. They did that play in the first quarter, and Chris Lee made a great catch then. Is going to make a great catch now. Coming up, like I said, that was again another play where if that ball was just thrown just a little bit shorter, Chris Lee could have just ran under it and scored. But either way, it's a first down at the 22-yard line.
And they're in a prime opportunity to possibly take the lead. Chance for Sully. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. He's in the gun by himself. 4 on the defensive line. Everyone else in coverage for Portland. Pump fake. Throw. Right side. That one is a tiptoe incompletion. 2nd and 10. Ball caught out of bounds by Chris Lee.
Chris Lee tried to do the Chris Carter impersonation. Does not do it. Comes up with a 2nd and 10 here. Boy, if Portland can just hang on here and hold Los Angeles to a field goal, I think that's a win for them.
This would be a huge turn of momentum. LA trying to take the lead with a few unanswered points of their own. 2nd down, trying to get it a manageable 3rd down if possible. Everything tight up front. Looks like a Robert Johnson run. It is not. To the outside, they'll put him in the open field. Try to spin move. Didn't quite get around, and that is going to be only a 2-yard completion. Make it 3rd and 8. Visit the SFL's YouTube channel at youtube.com/SimulationFL for an archive of every game, every draft, every moment you might have missed since the Simulation Football League got its start in 2013. SFL YouTube features top 10 plays of the week, archive people behind players segments, and all of the major milestones in league history. 3rd and 8. Lycans moving 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Up top is Chris Lee. Looking to throw, 3-step drop. Moves in the pocket, throws short of the first down marker, and it's going to be 4th and 1. Decision time here for LA, but it should be a no-brainer, as this should be a chance for a field goal to give them the lead.
Darius Barrett with his 2nd catch of the ball game. It brings up a 4th and 1, and the offense is on the field.
They do have the offense on the field. Do they call the play is the question. Defensive line moving around here. Offset I formation. This is a formation they would call a play in and would actually snap the ball. And they do snap the ball, and they get the free play. Oh, they are given the first down on Portland's lack of discipline on the defensive line. 5 yards and an automatic new set of downs for LA.
Derwin Nuevo, you cannot make that mistake. And gives them a first down, and that's a killer penalty for the Fleet.
Oh, man, that puts LA in a prime spot to maybe get a touchdown out of this after all. 3 points may turn into 7. It's a massive point swing if you're LA, if they can put this in. From the 7-yard line. I formation, LA and Portland each bidding to take control of the Pacific Division. LA may stake their claim here. Right side. Put it in the hands of Johnson towards the end zone. He's not going to get there. About halves the distance to the 3-yard line.
Sully Richardson had pressure coming all around him, but somehow finds the way to get the ball to Tommy Rahman Jr. and almost got the touchdown here. It's going to bring up 2nd goal to 3.
Huge teetering point of this football game. Handoff, right side. No, he stopped the line of scrimmage. What an open field tackle. Loses a yard. 3rd and goal, and the biggest play so far in this tilt is coming up right now in this 3rd quarter.
Gary Clem with the big stop there. 3rd and goal at the 4, just over a minute to go here in the 3rd. Can they actually get away with that penalty here and stop him here on 3rd and goal from the 4?
Here we go. Offset eye again. One to the left, out wide. Sully has the football, looking to throw, throws outside, gets it in the hands of Rahman, and that's not going to go. Out of bounds at the 2. 4th and goal coming as they get the fullback involved again.
I think Stack could have probably stopped him before he got in the end zone, but the momentum takes him out of bounds here. It looks like Rob Ems is going to be coming onto the field here to attempt basically a chip shot field goal to get the lead. But boy, did Portland, if you're Portland Fleet, you got to breathe a sigh of relief there, not having them score a touchdown.
Yeah, that could have been so much worse. However, it did take more time off the clock. Another chance for Rob Ems. Kick up and on the way. It is up, and it is through. And LA, with 6 unanswered points on 2 field goals, has taken back the lead after being down 17-14 at the half.
Like we said before, Los Angeles has really dominated this quarter, but has only scored 2 field goals, and it's only up 3 points here. Portland's got to feel real good about themselves here, getting back in this game with having 3 turnovers.
And they're still only 3 points down. That's not bad if you're Portland. This will be a return just inside the end zone. To the 10, to the 15, 20, left at the 20 to the 25, and he's going to get taken down at the 25-yard line. Next, their coverage of the Simulation Football League 17th season on Next Level Sports continues Saturday, September 25th at 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern. The explosive London Knights facing Florida, followed by the Mexico City Aztecs visiting desperate rival Fort Worth. The desperate rival Fort Worth Toros. Bonus coverage includes rivalry Baltimore and Carolina, and 2 playoff hopefuls Louisiana and Los Angeles. It all comes your way next Saturday on Next Level Sports at 3 p.m. That's going to be to the outside, incomplete pass, as that one went through the hands of Truzman. It'll be second down.
I don't think he was ready for that, and the ball was just going a little high. Then it falls incomplete, second 10. Now, O.J. Bruin's got to be careful with the football here. Don't try to force it in the double or triple coverage. You got to be smart with the football here, because a turnover can be costly at this end of the field.
Hasn't turned the ball over in the second half at all yet, but that may change in a heartbeat. Handoff, Ezekiel Love through the middle. That's going to go absolutely nowhere. And another 3rd and long coming for the Portland Fleet. They're still very good on 3rd down so far in this game, being 6 for 11, but they need a 7th conversion right here to try to stem any momentum.
Los Angeles has done a great job on their defense to combat Ezekiel Love here in the 3rd quarter.
4 wide. Bruin has the football. 3-step drop. Pocket keeps. That's right side. Caught. First down. What a run forward. Great yards after catch to end the 3rd quarter of play. Portland moving the ball. It's a 3-point game in LA. Stay with us. It's the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music on For the Fans. Stay right there. Back inside Full Moon Coliseum. It's a 3-point game. Lycans over the Portland Fleet right now, 20-17 after 6 unanswered points from LA. Gives them back the lead, but Portland is moving the ball. OJ Bruin's in the gun with 2 with him. Throws over the top. That one's caught, found a seam, and a first down just shy of midfield. Great work for Gene Valentine, his 4th catch of the game.
Great throw by O.J. Bruin in double coverage. Finding Gene Valentine. And we're going back to that play at the end of the 3rd quarter. Somehow, some way, Art Vandelay found its way to get a first down. As we were talking during the break, it seemed like as soon as they get a catch, they're tackled immediately. And Vandelay, on the rare occasions, to get yards after the catch.
Trying to get into plus territory again is Portland. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Handoff for Love. He's going to get himself a few and get them 5 yards. 2nd and 5 into LA territory they go. And Portland off to a very good start on this drive. LA backing up and backing up. How far do they bend?
Yeah. Ezekiel Love trying to get it going here. Like he had a great 2nd quarter earlier in this ball game. They're going to try to do the same thing here in the 4th.
I formation. Hand off for Love again. Left side. Going to try to spin his way back inside. Not going to work. He will gain nothing, lose nothing. And another key 3rd down coming up. They converted their last with the Art Vandelay catch. Now is another one of the biggest 3rd downs we've seen all game.
Shelkosa coming up there with the stick. 3rd and 5 here. You see O.J. Bruin coming up to the line. He's going to go in the gun.
3 to the right. At the top of your screen is Art Vandelay. Valentine and Warner up there as well. Over the top, and it's tipped and incomplete. Huge 3rd down stop by the linebackers for LA to drop that one to the ground. And decision time here for Portland, but likely a punt.
Likely a punt to pin him deep here. Great defensive play there by Los Angeles to force the punt here. But the punt can be down inside the 5. It could be trouble for the Lycans offensive line here.
Chance for a pin. They'd love to get it within the 10-yard line if at all possible. Kick is up and on the way. It's straight ahead. Ball will be returned, actually fair caught, at about the 10-yard line, and that's that. We're just going to send you back to SFL HQ for a quick game update from Cameron Irvine.
Thanks, Curtis. Since being down 14-7, Arizona's unstoppable, Mike.
Yeah, Cam, Ashley Jackson and Will Todd want to get in on the big plays. Ashley Jackson finds Will Todd on the deep post. 32 yards later, Arizona up 28-14.
Lone Star better wake up or they're joining the 4 and 5 group. Back to Curtis and Gerald in LA.
This will be right side. Another catch towards the right. And this is a good one for... That is the fullback, Rahman. Good work from him. It'll be a 9-yard completion as they get the fullback involved pretty regularly here in this 3rd quarter.
5th catch on the day for Tommy Rahman for 36 yards. Brings up a manageable 2nd and 1 here where they can just do anything here. It looks like they might be going to Johnson here.
Yeah, 3 in the backfield. See if they do go to Johnson on the run. 7 in the box defensively, and it is a Johnson run. Trying to cut through the tackles, not going to work. He's going to lose a couple yards, make it 3rd and 3. Still manageable. APM Music is unrivaled music to bring your stories to life, inspiring every production with the world's most robust and refreshed music collection, state-of-the-art technology, and world-class customer service. APM Music is the official soundtrack of the Simulation Football League. To explore their library and to find the perfect tracks for your projects, visit apmmusic.com. Under center, to the outside, Johnson trying to move forward, big truck forward, and a broken tackle, more broken tackles. 3 go to the ground, and they get a first down out of it. What a run from Robert Johnson.
You talk about running downhill. That's number 33, Robert Johnson. As you see, gets to the first down, runs over Bob Funk, runs over Sean Allen, and gets the first down and more. Great play to really get out of their back of the shadow of their goalpost there to get to the 36.
I want to bring you back to one of Ryan Yosef's halftime comments. He said that Robert Johnson was a bowling ball. That's exactly how that went. What a moment in that particular time space for the Lycans. This will be a throw deep over the middle of the field, and it's caught, and he may go. 20, 10, 5. That's a touchdown for LA. They've come back with 16 unanswered points to take the lead by 10.
That's Davius Reed's second catch only of the ballgame on only a second target, but it is huge, and it goes for 64 yards as they were expecting maybe a little bit of help over the top because it was a free release, and there was no one there. And he's all green in front of Davius Reed, who takes it to the house for 6 and extends the lead for Los Angeles 26-17.
Chance for Rob Ems to tack on the all-important extra point to get it back to a 10-point advantage. This is going to be a pretty big kick, all told. Still some time left in this football game. Ems set up for the extra point. Trying to add one more. High snap, handled well. Kick is up and on the way, and that is up and through. Another high snap, handled well by Nico as he brings it down and gives the Lycans a two-possession lead.
Yeah, good old 10-point lead there for Los Angeles with just over 7:40 to go. And that was a great throw there for Sully Richardson. His third touchdown pass of the day to his third different receiver. This time it's Davius Reed. That's now 27-17.
Good work by Sully Richardson. Definitely has a nice comeback in his repertoire after dropping 2 straight out of the Lycans. And a spin move and a tackle at the 25-yard line, 24-yard line is what they say, on the return. Now we're going to give Portland back the football. And they've had a kind of a back and forth scenario going on where they like to trade quarters. LA has scored now in this fourth quarter, but it started on the third quarter drive. See if the Portland Fleet can return that back and see if, and maybe get some points on the board themselves, make this interesting. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Vandelay's top of your screen. Over the middle. That one's tipped and probably should have been caught, but tried to run without the football. That's not how that was designed to go, as Nelson Lojano Jr. is kicking himself.
Yeah, it was a good pass for at least 7-8 yards, but trying to move upfield without the football does not bode well. 2nd and 10.
From the 24-yard line. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Handoff through the middle. Nope, not going to work. Ezekiel Love stopped before he could get started there. Makes it a 2-yard loss. 3rd and 12 coming. And this could be an absolute momentum stop. A full stop in LA's favor if they're able to stop him on 3rd down here.
Oh, definitely. Marv Rivers just darts in that line to tackle Ezekiel Love, who has been held really in check here in this second half.
3 to the right, 1 to the left. Moving in the pocket, throws deep over the middle of the field. That one's caught. What a grab at the 49-yard line at the tail end of Portland territory. What a grab indeed for Benjamin Warner, his second catch of the game.
As you see Rochelle Colston just tapping him on the helmet there, saying, way to hold on to that football, as she hits him good, knocks him flat on his back, but still manages to hold on to that football. And they're just shy of midfield here with just under 7 minutes to go.
1st and 10 coming. Offset I formation. Top of your screen is Vandelay. Looks like they're going to send some extra help. They may give it over to Ezekiel Love. No, it'll be a chance. Bruin, right side, caught. Trying to work the outside towards the sideline. A 7-yard completion to our Vandelay will get them a decent one to work with. And my mistake, that's Gene Valentine, 82 on the right side.
Looks like they're trying to definitely have to go to the air because Los Angeles' defense has come up big here in the second half, holding Ezekiel Love. Ezekiel Love had 20 carries for 92 yards in the first half. So far in the second half, 10 for 18.
Bruin to the outside, hands off, and Ezekiel Love's going to give them a first down. This game not done yet as Portland moving themselves down the field.
Just as I was giving the defense some love, Ezekiel Love comes up and just absolutely says, okay, they held me so far, not anymore. Big gain of 8 yards, keeps the drive moving here with just under 6 minutes to go. Portland needs to get some points here on this drive. They're at the LA 36.
1st and 10, 7 in the box defensively for LA. Puts 4 in coverage. They're going to move around on the line. Tight set I formation for Portland. Handoff Love, trying to work the outside. Can't get there. Can't even get to the edge. A 2-yard loss. LA's defensive line stands up. 2nd and 12. Good work from them. And another opportunity for the Lycans to put a stop on this drive.
Stinson coming up with a stop along with Moore Rivers here. Brings up a 2nd and 12 at the 38. They need to get just to the 26-yard line for a first down.
3 to the left, 1 to the right. Oh, huge hit. The ball's on the ground. Oh, are they going to call him down by contact, though? That's the question. Interesting decision coming here. They say it's a fumble right now on the field. We'll see if R62 has an impact to play in this game.
If not, that was a big recovery by the guard, Joel Clavel, to keep that football in the possession of Portland. Yeah. But it brings up a big 3rd and 15.
May not matter at this point. They're going to snap the football, moving up in the pocket. Throws incomplete on 3rd down. It is not going to matter. The middle linebacker comes up to make the play. And don't look now, but it's a chance for LA to really put their clamps down by getting some points of their own.
Mar Rivers just absolutely bowled over Art Wembley there, trying to get to the quarterback, but forced a bad throw, and it's going to bring up 4th down. You got to think that Portland's got a punt here from the 41.
4th and a mile. Offense still out on the field for Portland. A little under 5 minutes to go. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Got to get it done. Bruin in the pocket. Gets taken down. LA's defense stands up. 1st and 10 Lycans on the turnover on downs, and they can move the ball back the other way.
Mike Scott coming in with the safety blitz. You don't see that too much again. And, of course, Mar Rivers again, somehow, some way around the quarterback. Big 4th down stop there for the Lycans defense, and they get the ball just shy of midfield.
Offset I formation, 7 in the box defensively for Portland. If LA gets points here, they can put this game away on ice. This will be a run to the left. Not going to happen as Robert Johnson gets taken down. Coverage of the Simulation Football League 17th season on For the Fans continues next Sunday, September 26th at 2 p.m. Eastern. Cameron and Mike St. Green have top 10 plays from season 17's 3rd quarter, the updated playoff standings, and a major matchup between the Vancouver Legion and St. Louis Gladiators. Bonus coverage of Charleston, Queen City. It all comes down your way next Sunday on For the Fans at 2 Eastern. Under center, 3 in the backfield. Handoff. Johnson, right side, going to try to get the yards back he at least lost. He does that, makes it 3rd and 10. This game not over yet. Portland down 10 points. They have all 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning to work with. This becomes a massive 3rd down.
That sure does. Khalil Thomas comes up with the stop there. But now the enemy of Portland is also that clock, as we have just over 3:30 to go here in the game. They need to stop here quick.
See if they can get it. 3 in the backfield. Rahman Jr. back there as well, along with Robert Johnson. Ball snapped. Handoff. Johnson trying to work the edge. Gets a broken. No, he gets taken down. Good tackle from the back to get close, but not enough for the first down. And that is going to be 4th and 3. LA likely going to give the ball back to Portland here, you would think, with more time taken off the clock.
I like the play call here. If Johnson gets the first down, it's great, but if not, they can run the clock down to almost 2.5 minutes to go, plus have the chance to pin Portland deep in their own end. So that was a great, safe play call by the Los Angeles Lycans offensive coordinator.
See where this ends up. Punt going to try to pin the Fleet back deep in their own territory if at all possible. Punt it away from about the 45-yard line of LA. It'll bounce at the 10 to the 3 to the 2 and into the end zone. And Portland will start this drive at their own 20-yard line. O.J. Bruin, he's had an okay day, 3 interceptions on the day, but his team has been in it up until just recently. And with a little bit of help, maybe they can get themselves back going. If they get a touchdown or a field goal here, their chances are still there, albeit them small.
Yeah, the Los Angeles like them so far, pitching a shutout here in the second half.
under center. Thrown right side. That one's caught. Out of bounds he goes. It'll be a 2nd and 10 as they're going to say he caught it out of bounds. Talking about Benjamin Warner.
That ball would just led a little bit too far to the outside. Well, they're going to challenge the call here. This might be detrimental here because if they lose this challenge, they're going to lose the timeout here. So, do you want to do that for a 5-yard gain? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I would tend to agree with that, but we'll see. Maybe they got to be darn sure at this point. Could cost them a timeout. A little bit of a wobbler, but it looks like there's a foot down there. See what our 62 has to say.
Looked like his right foot might have been there, so see what the call is.
It is a completed pass. So they do keep the timeout. They do get the challenge overturned, or the play overturned, and so they do move the ball forward a little bit, and that will kind of slow the pace of this game down a little bit, which I do think will benefit Portland at this point.
Definitely, they can get a chance to get a couple plays like in the queue there to go maybe in a quick no huddle situation.
Offset I formation handoff Ezekiel Love. He's going to have some room to burn. He gets a first down, but he gets lit up at the yellow line there. Great play to get the run. 1st and 10, and they go no huddle. Bruins under center. Same formation. Another handoff for Ezekiel Love. Works his way forward. Gets taken down again. Same formation. Again, a no huddle as they didn't gain anything, didn't lose anything on that second down play, on the first down play. Another one for Love. This time he's taken down again. 3 straight run plays. Goes nowhere, and we go to the 2-minute warning. 3 plays in 5 seconds. That was close, but they do remain down 10 as we hit the last 120 seconds. Stay with us on For the Fans. It's the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music. Back inside Full Moon Coliseum, 3rd and 13, biggest third down of this football game. The LA crowd is getting loud. 4-down territory for Portland here. Trying to get themselves towards the 40-yard line to keep this drive alive, keep their chances going forward. That's going to be a hit. He's going to take off with the football, and he's going to get taken down. Portland calls a timeout, and now it's 4th down. This may be their last offensive play of the game.
Smart play by O.J. Bruin just to take the ball and go forward. Gain a couple of yards, not try to force the ball in any dangerous situation, but this is the ball game here. 4th and 8 from their own 32.
2 to the right, 2 to the left. O.J. Bruin under center. Looks to throw it. Got to get it off. Throwing on the run. That one's caught. Can't get forward. And they're going to lose the opportunity to move towards the first down marker. Vandelay gets the catch, but he can't bring it down in first down territory. Buddy Blaze, again, has been everywhere today, and he is here.
Great tackle to not let Bentley go forward to get that first down. And they're at the 38-yard line. 10-point lead with $1:50 to go. And Portland now only having 2 timeouts. And it looks bleak for them right now.
It does. They're going to try to at least keep the offense out in the field, talking about LA. Because Portland has those 2 timeouts. Handoff Robert Johnson. He's going to try to move forward. He's taken down. Timeout taken by Portland. Now they're down to 1.
Shot Allen and company coming up with the stop there. Loss of 2 makes it 2nd and 12 at the 40. Just outside of Rob M's range, I think. But I think they'll be doing, if they'll get a first down, they'll be putting the football away. So Portland needs a turnover.
See where they're at. 7 in the box defensively. They got to try to get to Rojo very quickly. Handoff through the middle he goes. He's going to get taken down. Last timeout taken by Portland. Huge 3rd down coming up here. If the first down happens, then that's going to likely be your ball game.
Definitely, and if they don't get the first down, it's going to be probably around a minute or just under a minute for them to get the ball back. So let's see what they do here with the drop on 3rd and 8 from Portland's 36.
Under center. I formation. Likely another Rojo run, I would assume. Left side. Works his way through the tackle. Gets taken down before he gets to the marker. And now they can't stop the clock, but LA is going to take as much time as they can to get this punt away, giving the ball back to Portland.
Well, 31-yard line. It's a 49-yarder. I think Rob Ems might be coming out here for the field goal here.
That's a thought.
I mean, it's under 50 yards. He has kicked 50-yarders before.
They will.
There he is.
Good call. Good call. It will be indeed a 49-yard attempt from the left hash, the right-footed Rob Ems. He is 1 for 1 today. Nico's the holder. Snap is normal. Kick is up and on the way. Looks like it has enough leg, and it is good. Rob Ems makes it a 13-point game, and now Portland needs to score twice inside of a minute with an extra point to boot to be able to win this football game.
Yeah, they need 2 touchdowns to get in this football game now instead of just a touchdown and a field goal. So that was a big 3 points off the right foot of Rob Ems. And the 55 seconds left. No timeouts. Down 13. Not looking good for Portland.
Misspeak, by the way, that was his 3rd field goal of the game. 48 being his long, which you just saw. Returnable to about the 15, left of the 15 to the 20, and taken down at the 23-yard line. And that is where Portland will start, likely their last drive of this football game. O.J. Bruin, you expect he's got to have the leash off at this point. Got to get it downfield as quick as possible. Expect him to use line to line to try to keep this clock stopped as much as possible.
Definitely a lot of sideline passes. A lot of quick hits to try to get some yardage here. Try to somehow get some points on the board.
3 different receivers have caught touchdowns for LA in this game. Over the middle, that one's going to be caught. Not enough for the first down, and they'll go no huddle. Now down to 42 seconds left in this football game. Looking to throw it. Deep over the middle of the field. That one's picked off. LA is going to ice this game up. A spin move at the 50-yard line to the 46, and there is your game. LA is going to win and take over sole possession of first place in the Pacific.
And Michelle Colston comes up with her 2nd interception of the ball game. Going deep and just steps in front of the receiver. And like you said, that is going to do it for this ball game, as Los Angeles will take the win and go to 6-3, as Portland will drop to 5-4.
Indeed, that's a big win for LA, as they'll bring out the victory formation here and get this ball on the ground to get that clock running. Coming up on post-game update, we'll send you to bonus coverage of Lone Star, Arizona, and then back to SFL Studios where Cameron Irvine and Mike St. Green will analyze all of Sunday's action and preview tonight's remaining action around the league, which includes crucial divisional matchups in the North and the East. It's all coming up on the post-game update. Mike Daggs and Matt Wilson waiting for us out in Phoenix. They will have bonus coverage of that game going on, which has been a wild one to say the least. But that is going to do it here in LA. Portland goes down to the Lycans, and Lycans take over the top spot in the Pacific Division. Gerald Giudice, your final thoughts on a game that was really, well, the Lycans all the way through except a standout second quarter.
Yeah, the standout second quarter, as you see there, yards basically even, a little bit of missed number there on the time of possession, but when you have 4 turnovers by Portland against a team as good as Los Angeles, you're not going to win any football games. And speaking of a great football game, Sully Richardson, 23 of 32, just shy of the 300-yard mark, 3 touchdowns to Reed, Lee, and Jack Flash. And defensively in the second half, they just played absolutely phenomenal football, holding Ezekiel Love to less than 25 yards on 16 carries. So just kudos to the Los Angeles Lycans getting up a big win in this Pacific Division matchup.
Yeah, if I had my money, I think the player of the game might actually be Rochelle Colston here. 2 interceptions on defense. That is an impact game from her, Thomasina Rahman, and Ryan Yosef, your other interception getters for the LA defense. That defense is a definite standout in effort for this Lycans team and may carry them into what turns into a good playoff outcome for them in a couple weeks' time.
Yeah, definitely. That out of the top 3 teams in the Pacific are just within a game of each other. So it's going to be interesting which of these teams makes the playoff, as the East Division is going to have a say in it for next week, as Los Angeles goes to host Louisiana and Portland hosts San Diego.
Yeah, Portland hosting San Diego in the divisional matchup. Sully Richardson gets your player of the game on 3 touchdowns. And now we send you over to Phoenix. It's Mike Daggs and Matt Wilson in Arizona with Lone Star in Arizona on tap right now for bonus coverage. Thanks for watching and have a good one.
He's just trying to make sure at this point. I mean, if we still had top plays of the week instead of 3 weeks, he's had 2 of those today. One still might get on top plays of the past 3 weeks.
First down and 10 at the 47-yard line. And Moses able to gain 3 on that one. We welcome those of you who just watched the Los Angeles Lycans beat the Portland Fleet 30-17 in an impressive showing. Matt, they outscored the Fleet 16-0 in the second half after falling behind 17-14 earlier on in the ball game. I'm Mike Daggs in the booth with Matt Wilson, the Hall of Famer. Gerald Smith on stats, Cameron Irvine in the truck, and Ashley Jackson going deep over the middle. And that one's incomplete. So far in this game, Matt, it's been quite a show on the ground by DJ Moses, the running back for the Arizona Scorpions. 13 carries over 220 yards, 2 touchdowns. There was an 80-yard run and an 87-yard run to help get that 220-plus yard total. Arizona convincingly out in front, but Lone Star trying to stay in it. See what happens on this 3rd down and 7. The Glory got to get the ball back and got to get some points on the board in a hurry. 9:34 to go in the ball game. Jackson back to throw. Fires down the right side, wide open. You left TJ Punk all the way wide open. He's got it up to the 15-yard line. Out of bounds, 1st down and 10 in the red zone.
Yeah, Punk. I don't know, they lost him. I mean, he is the shortest receiver on the team, which is funny because he was a former tight end. But yeah, wide open, great throw by Jackson. And now, I don't know, if I'm Arizona, I at least try 2 runs here, get some clock. Field goal. Well, there's no running back, Mike. I was wrong.
4 receivers into tight end. They're going for the throat now. Jackson in the gun back at the 20. Looking, firing over the middle. And that one is caught and good for a gain of 4. Hauled in by Will Todd, the current tight end.
Yeah,
we see a comparison of the quarterbacks so far in this one.
Jackson's kind of flipped it. She was really trailing Ace at the beginning of the game through that early pick, but kind of righted the course, steadied the ship.
Yeah, absolutely, Matt. 4 receivers on the field here on second down. Jackson fires towards the end zone, and it's out of the back. Hitting Donnie Hands, but in the white stripe. So that one is going to be ruled incomplete. Sets up a 3rd down and 6.
Bum, 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 bum.
And Matt is providing music.
I said the white stripes.
Oh, I don't know about you. 3rd down and 6. 5 wide for the Scorpions. Jackson fires back corner of the end zone, and it is caught.
Touchdown!
Touchdown, Scorpions. James Hands using that entire 6'6" frame to add 6 points on the board. What a catch.
Actually throwing that one up, and I thought pick. As soon as I saw this,
I thought it was pick too,
look at this
Matt.
floater. Look at that. Oh, jeez. A body
My
control of hands.
goodness. What were you saying about plays of the week, Matt? That's got to be in the running too.
Yeah, that one was looked like it was going to Lone Star. That's how this game's been for Lone Star since they put 14 points up. It's been all Scorpions. Even when
Wow.
they've had a shot, it's just hasn't developed.
Double coverage. And James Hands is able to spin backwards and use his big mitts to pluck that one out of the sky. And
He must
get
do
that
yoga.
touchdown. 38-14 here in this one. Brief recap for those of you who joined us late. The Lone Star Glory started off with a punt on their opening possession, and Arizona would get the ball and would throw it right back to them. A pick for Ashley Jackson's first play of the ball game. Lone Star would punch it in after a 14-yard drive for a touchdown. Arizona would respond in kind. They'd have a touchdown drive of their own. Lone Star back at it again. They'd have a 53-yard touchdown pass to end a 4-play, 65-yard drive to get back out in front. But that's when DJ Moses went off. 1-play, 80-yard touchdown rush. Lone Star would punt it back to him. Moses again, 1-play, 87-yard touchdown rush. My goodness. And then a 6-play, 87-yard drive, 34-yard touchdown pass. Arizona just stomping their foot on the gas like McBride on that carry there, gain of 3. That would bring us to halftime, and Arizona would come out of the half. They'd get the ball back to start the second half of the game. 10 plays, 49 yards. They'd get a field goal, and now, well, they just added on a 10-play, 77-yard drive with that 10-yard crazy catch by James Hands for another touchdown. 38-14 out in front and in full control of this ball game. 2nd down and 7. McBride takes the handoff, wrapped up, brought down, no gain, 3rd down.
Yeah, I think this is the wrong strategy for Lone Star. I've been beating the McBride drum for a while for certain looks. But now you need points. You got to throw it. This is where Eddie's defense loves it. You have to throw it. 3rd and long.
Fennick.
Oh, here comes the
Pressure
blitz.
coming. Down he goes. DD sacks Matt. Now he's got the hat trick. Make it official. 3.5 sacks now on the game, putting an end to that drive.
Just take a hat and rip it in half. Sacks around the outside, beats the lineman. Kind of a speed move around the edge. And down goes Ace, and down goes the Lone Star Glory.
Fourth down and 12. And Lone Star's punter out onto the field to kick this one back to the Scorpions. TJ Punk back to receive it. APM Music is unrivaled music to bring your stories to life, inspiring every production with the world's most robust and constantly refreshed music collection, state-of-the-art technology, and world-class customer service. APM Music is the official soundtrack of the Simulation Football League. To explore their library and to find the perfect track for your project, visit apmmusic.com.
Moses, that average, I'm disappointed.
His average at one point, that was It was pretty crazy. He had 58 yards per carry at one point in this ball game. Jackson, and that one's tipped. Tip drill incomplete. Trying to...
Let's see. Why is Arizona... They showed the average. Why is Arizona going 4 wide? I have not... They should be letting everybody off, going off tackle like those 2 long runs they had before. We haven't seen maybe once since. I'm trying to put this game away on the legs of Moses, but instead that was almost an interception. And a pick 6 wouldn't be the death of Arizona, but it would make things more interesting.
Oh, right. Yeah, J. Mart doing his best cornerback impersonation, the 6'2" outside linebacker. Joining the Lone Star Glory in free agency from the Jacksonville Kings. Now entering his 2nd season, almost had a pick there. Jackson on 2nd down, gets it out to Moses. Oh, nothing but green grass out in front. Spin past the defender, 1st down and more. This is what I'm talking about, Matt. It's been the DJ Moses show here in Phoenix tonight as he adds on even more yards through the air. He's got now 41 yards receiving to add on to his 220-something.
Look at the spin, spin. And then, again, that change of direction, Mike. It wasn't a juke, but did you see the way he planted his foot and changed direction? That's just, like I say, he must have some of the fastest feet in the SFL.
It certainly looks it here in this one, Matt. As Moses struts back to the line, and you've earned that strut today, Moses. Offset eye in the backfield. 1st down and 10 from the 40. Jackson, she's going to keep going deep, Matt. And why not when you can hit Donnie Hands all the way down to the 20-yard line?
I thought that was picked again.
Ashley Jackson quickly approaching the 300-yard mark.
Look at that. That had no business being caught. But, yeah. Donnie Hands reached out.
Over 500 yards of offense for the Scorpions and 38 points. That's how you win ball games.
And they're not. Poor Moses. He's just like, you can't get a break.
He's getting a break right now, as it happens to be. Jackson over the middle. Oh, jumping catch. They're just trying to put on a show. They're trying to entertain their home crowd here, Matt. Will Todd leaping up, making the catch, getting leveled, hanging on. 1st down and goal, Arizona.
Yeah, how scary have the Scorpions been ever since the 2nd quarter, Mike? They've shown all phases that they are exceptional.
Yeah, absolutely, Matt. And, it's not even just... let's see what happens on this one. Jackson gets it out to Moses. Moses spins past defender number 1. 3 more ready to go. Only a gain of 1. How scary have the Arizona Scorpions looked since the 2nd quarter of this ball game? How scary have the Arizona Scorpions looked since the 2nd half of this season? And actually, they started picking it back up right at the end of the 1st half of the season, beating the Sioux Falls Sparrows, and then 2 back-to-back road games where they came out with a win. And, 5 minutes to go in this one. I think it's safe to say the win streak will live on, and 4 wins in a row. No gain on that one. Brings up a 3rd down and goal. Yeah, 222 yards of rushing.
Yeah, and that's not the kind of run I'd like to see Moses. You got the tackles. Off tackle's the way to go. But we'll see if Ashley can throw another touchdown, or maybe Lone Star can get a nice little pick in the end zone. We'll see.
5 wide on 3rd down. Jackson looking over the middle, has her target, and that one is going to fall short of the line to gain, which would be the goal line for the end zone. 4th down and goal. They're going to bring the field goal unit back out onto the field. Cliff Allen going to try to knock another one through. Reggie Rose, one of the backup wide receivers here on the Scorpions, with that catch. James Trubisky on to hold.
Can we see a Trubisky toss?
I don't think they're going to fake this one, Matt.
I would pay money to see it.
Well, I'm pretty sure you're not going to, because Trubisky's just going to take this snap and plant it down into the lawn, I believe. Going to let as much time tick away as they can. Cliff Allen up and good from 21 yards. 41-14 the score in this one. Coverage of the Simulation Football League 17th season on For the Fans continues next Sunday, September 26th at 2 p.m. Eastern Time Cameron Irvine and Mike St. Green will have top 10 plays from Season 17's third quarter. I am going to go on a limb, Matt, and say that at least one of the plays from this ball game will make that top 10 list, but I guess we'll have to find out next week. The updated playoff standings and a mega matchup between Vancouver Legion and the St. Louis Gladiators will also be next week with bonus coverage of Charleston and Queen City. It all comes your way next Sunday on For the Fans. You're not going to want to miss a moment of Week 10 action.
Yeah, Mike, the playoffs are really heating up now. We're getting to the point where races are getting tight. The favorites are starting to emerge, and don't want to miss a game, especially with these teams, these top teams playing each other at the end of the season.
Fennick gets this one out to McBride. Her momentum will carry her out of bounds. 2nd down and 9. Clock stopped with 3:34, and Fennick's had a good game, Matt. It just the difference has been the big plays, I would say.
But Lone Star had one early in the game, and they haven't gone back to it.
Yeah, Greg Soto with a 53-yard touchdown. Yeah. I mean, you got 2 receivers out to the left, 2 to the right. Fennick out route down to the bottom, trying to connect with Greg Soto, but that one will be out of bounds. And they've looked a little out of sorts ever since some things really started to go Arizona's way. It almost seems like they've, I don't know, maybe been trying too hard to get back into it, and it's cost them.
They got pass happy at the wrong time early in the game, and they couldn't get past that 40-yard line. They couldn't kick field goals when they needed to, and it's really flipped the game.
Fennick dumping this one down will set up a 4th down and 4, and
I mean, that's a perfect example right there, right? You got to throw it beyond the sticks. They haven't been able to run any plays, and I don't know why. It's not just, I mean, Eddie Gage is a great defensive mind, but there's got to be some plays in the book that go deeper than that.
Offense out on the field here on 4th down, Matt. They went 4 of 14 in this one on 3rd down conversions. Trying to convert this 4th. They will be able to do that. And just what you just mentioned, Matt. They threw it past the sticks. That's what you got to do. Deuce Fennick with that catch. Ace Fennick going deeper this time.
There you go.
Greg Soto at the 30, 20, 10, 5 touchdown Lone Star. They're going to cut into the lead, but potentially too little, too late. But Matt, that's looked like the exact same play that you asked. Hey, where'd that one go? Well, there it is, but with 2:42 to go.
I'm pretty sure the backups are in at this point, so that makes it a little easier. But yeah, they needed to at least try that a couple more times. Sure, Ace might have had a few more picks, but you can get a couple touchdowns off that. The game could be in an entirely different place right now. So,
yeah. Backup cornerback Eric Tillman in on the coverage on that one, to your point, Matt.
Those guys aren't bench guys for nothing, Mike.
They're great at holding clipboards and encouraging their starting counterparts.
And giving me Gatorade, maybe a little shot of tequila in it at halftime.
Oh, whoa, my goodness. Hugh Purvis with the extra point. Matthew, we've discussed.
So you wonder why the running game is so good in Mexico City, right? Well, Ramos doesn't want me to throw the ball too much late in the game. Well, we all know I have a tendency to throw the ball to the other team for a touchdown.
You've been known to do that once or twice or 3 times, sometimes 3 times per quarter.
That's not pretty.
He's having a bad day. All right, so Purvis on for the onside kick. Ball bounces away and right into the waiting hands of the Hands team for the Scorpions.
What if the Hands brothers are on the Hands team?
It would be just a travesty of justice if they were not. But I did not see them there. It actually looked like Joe Thomas, the backup tight end, got that one. So that'll bring the offense back out onto the field. And in at quarterback, Matt, James Trubisky.
All right, Trubisky tosses for everyone.
Alan Seaton, the running back. Seaton's able to gain 2. And I don't know if you're going to see a lot of Trubisky tosses, Matt.
Mike, it's my life would be complete. I've seen Freddie Fox do some amazing things. We need a Trubisky toss. Even if it hits the ground, I just want to see it.
Just want to
It's like
see
a
it fly.
It's like a rare unicorn. You got to see it once.
It's not a lot of opportunities to see those here in the SFL, and well, you'd have your opportunity if it was not for the fact that it's going to be another handoff to Alan Seaton. But first, a 2-minute warning. So 2 minutes to go in this one as we wrap things up here in Phoenix. Arizona Scorpions 41, Lone Star 21. Lone Star in possession, Arizona in possession of the football. Just trying to run out the clock now. And run they will, much to the dismay of Matt Wilson.
Oh, well, there's always 3rd down and long if it goes that way.
That's true. Well, let's see what happens here on 2nd down and 8. Trubisky hands this one off. And Alan Seaton all the way down to the 21. Great blocking on the right-hand side, and Lone Star will burn their first time out.
Alas, Mike, I think my dreams of Trubisky are over.
I think they might be, Matt.
I mean, I think they'd rather take a knee than have Trubisky throw the ball now.
Well, dreams can come true. You never know.
Come on, Eddie, give me a scoop.
It's not no scoops for you, it would seem, as looks like Trubisky is back out in a running formation. Seaton takes the handoff and gets absolutely leveled, pays the price.
You could say he got Seaton down, huh, Mike?
He did get Seaton down by Mickey McGuire. Arizona with a 2nd down and 10. Lone Star burning their 2nd timeout, 1 remaining. And coming out back with a 2 wide receiver, 2 tight end look.
Come on, Trubisky, top of the screen, buddy. Take your shot.
Seaton takes the handoff and gets brought right back down at the 20-yard line. Final timeout now from Lone Star. So, Matt, now things get interesting. 3rd down and 10. Will you get your wish?
No.
Will James Trubisky throw the ball, or you don't think so?
No timeouts to go. They might even kneel it. I don't even know, but
That's 3 wide receivers.
3 wide receivers, Mike. There's a glimmer of hope.
Glimmer of hope indeed. Trubisky under center. He's going to hand the ball off to Seaton. Seaton spins, trying to do everything he's learned from DJ Moses, but it'll bring up a 4th down. The clock will tick down, and Cliff Allen will come back out onto the field for his 3rd field goal try. He made one from 35. I believe the other was from about 25 or so. It was a little bit closer. This one,
And I mean, so how dangerous does this Arizona team look, Mike? We're looking at future games in the playoffs, right? Lone Star at 4-4, not a pushover by any means, coming in on a winning streak, and Arizona pretty much, smoked them in the second half.
Yeah. It's this whole game. It started out looking like Lone Star was, really going to be in this one, but it's really been, all Arizona after that.
Yeah,
and convincing win.
And what do? You try to stop the pass. That you got Moses for 200. Try to stop the run. You got the Hands brothers. Just, catching everything in sight over corners, double teamed. Yeah. And the defense is always strong. It's an Eddie Gage defense. Ruined my playoffs last season. So I don't know.
And you talk about strength of schedule, strength of victory. When you mentioned statistics like that, Matt, the strength of victory for the Arizona Scorpions is top 5 in the league. They have won against some of the best teams in the league. They're going to win against a 4-4 team here, but last week they beat the 5-3 Vancouver Legion. The week before that, they beat the 5-3 Los Angeles Lycans, now 6-3 Los Angeles Lycans. And let's see, they also had a win against Sioux Falls. Sioux Falls was 1-7. Fort Worth, they beat, they're 5-3. But the Florida Storm to open up the season. Florida Storm currently sits at 6-2.
Yeah.
So they've beat a 6-win team, a 5-win team, a 5-win team, and a 4-win team. And they're on a 4-game winning streak. So Arizona, could they go all the way? I don't see any reason that they couldn't.
They got to be in the upper echelon of the league for sure. And it's going to be interesting once the playoffs gets hashed out. You got Baltimore undefeated, but they can't take their foot off the gas because there's a lot of contenders that are coming for them in the playoffs, no doubt about it.
Yeah, absolutely. So Lone Star will get things wrapped up for us here in this one as they have one final drive now playing for pride. At this point, Adam Williams getting a catch over the middle as they hurry back to the line. No timeouts remain. Empty backfield set for the Glory. They will spike the ball, stopping the clock with 41 seconds to go in this one. So next up for the Lone Star Glory, Matt, they're back at home. They will host the Houston Hyenas. And the Arizona Scorpions next week, they are on the road. They're back at Sioux Falls. So, and I just mentioned that Sioux Falls, they were coming into the week, they were 1-7 and just beat them. They beat the Sparrows 34-13. So,
this one could be worse.
Yeah, you can never lock in a win, and say, well, they'll win next week too. Obviously, every game, needs to be played one game at a time. But very real possibility that after next week we could be talking about the 7-3 Arizona Scorpions.
There's an unfortunate drop. That's kind of been Lone Star's day.
Yeah, Ross McGinnis, the intended target. He's had quite a few targets in this one, quite a few catches. Drops that one there. 38 seconds to go. 3rd down and 10 for the Glory. Fennick in the gun. Fennick short of the line to gain, and Williams bringing that one back a little bit. Tried to turn upfield to hurry back up to the line on 4th down. And Fennick trying to keep this drive going.
Just chuck it to the sky, Fennick. You got nothing to lose.
And Fennick does indeed get the completion. Fennick to Fennick connection.
Liking it. Setting up the Hail Mary, I guess.
I guess so, and they spiked the ball. Man, I almost thought they were setting up the kneel down formation, but that would have been entirely awkward. So
I will say these two teams have two of my favorite colored helmets in all of football, red and orange.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Sharp looking uniforms from both squads. Hail Mary formation set up. Fennick in the gun. Fires quickly, and that one is complete.
What?
Matt doesn't like it. That was the quickest Hail Mary pass I've ever seen. Final score in this one, Arizona 44, Lone Star Glory 21. Matt, the final stats from the game on the screen. Your final thoughts?
I mean, it looks close on paper. Lone Star had some that last drive against backups, but I mean, I think DJ Moses was the spark, the guy that really kind of got Arizona going, got those 2 quick scores, and then they just never looked back.
Yeah, absolutely, Matt. It was a great second half by the Arizona Scorpions. They just continued to pile on points, Matt. They started the second half with a 10-play, 49-yard field goal drive, and followed that one up with a 10-play, 77-yard drive with a 10-yard passing touchdown. Back to scoring they would go. 8 plays, 53 yards, another field goal. Lone Star finally getting some points on the board in garbage time against the backups. A 63-yard touchdown pass to Greg Soto, and they'd finish that up with another Cliff Allen field goal. There's the Soto touchdown pass. Coming up next, Queen City will visit the DC Dragons on the For the Fans Twitch page. Tim Hackett and Mark Lopez will be on that call. And Matt, I've got to catch a ultra-fast supersonic flight at 7:20 p.m. Not too long from now. The Atlanta Swarm will visit the Louisiana Revolution, and I'll be calling that game with Wade Phillips. And Gerald, you need to hop on the supersonic jet too. We got to get you, back in town for your game.
He can't hear it, Mike.
Oh, he can hear me, man. He always can hear me.
I bet it's Moses.
Player of the game, DJ Moses. Surprise, surprise. 14 rushes, 222 yards, 2 touchdowns. He had 43 yards receiving as well. What a finish for the Arizona Scorpions. This has been a presentation of the Simulation Football League on Twitch. Final score 44-21 Arizona. For Matt Wilson, Gerald Smith, and Cameron Irvine, I am Mike Dagg saying thank you for joining us, and good night, everybody.